Welcome back. Episode 83, Reasons Out Podcast.
83 already? Thought it was on 82.
I'm your host, the Supreme Pod Guy, J. Sims. Shout out to Griselda, the Buffalo Bills, doing their thing. To the right of me, we got... Look at this chick, look at this car, all I say is... Joe Jack 23, that's a dope shoe. Follow him on YouTube, check him out.
You want that in front of the shoe?
That ain't blocking you.
Huh?
Yeah. To the right of him, Fresh 60, back again. Like that shirt. Anything is possible, huh?
Yeah, man. This night, it's one of the ones that didn't make it to the vacation, so I threw him on.
And our guy replacing DJ Stino couldn't make it tonight, but you know, guy in the background here in the forefront for us. We got Young Juice. Young Juice is back again. We back, episode 83. It is, what is the date? January 17th. We back right in the middle of the old nigga Super Bowl. Tom Brady versus Drew Brees going on right now. They're 187 years old.
Together.
And balling though.
They's out there balling.
Two of the best to ever do it.
I got Brady. I don't bet against Tom Brady though. Who y'all got?
I got Brady for sure.
We didn't even give our picks. Did we give our picks? Who y'all got winning the Super Bowl?
I got Frisco winning the next three when they get Watson.
He talking about this year.
What? Talking about this year. Wait, talking about this year. They're talking about right now.
I like to see Buffalo win. I like to see Buffalo win.
Tampa Bay.
Who you got?
Tampa Bay,
New
never won.
Orleans.
New Orleans.
By the way.
Yeah, I want to see Drew Brees go ahead and get one.
Fuck.
They got that storybook one year. Cause did he say this was his last year?
He said it was
officially.
They say he signed a deal with like NBC already.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if he would have said it was his last year, then I wouldn't have bet against him.
That's his last year.
But if he would have said it,
He got to be. He was playing against Tom.
Yeah,
In the
whatever.
playoff.
Yeah, whatever, motherfucker.
All right.
But this is episode 83 of the Reasons Out Podcast. Thank you for listening. All our listeners, all our viewers that's watching this right now on YouTube, all our YouTube viewership. Sorry for the inconvenience this week. We had some technical difficulties on the episode. Episode's been on Apple Podcasts, Spotify all week, if you missed it. But it will be on YouTube. By the time you're seeing this, it'll be up. So sorry for the inconvenience. So we got 2 episodes dropping on YouTube this week. But make sure you subscribe, rate, comment. Shout out to all our new viewers, and all our new subscribers, all our new followers. Anybody, our first time listeners, our last time listeners, you are appreciated. Everybody is appreciated.
Last time was.
You know, some people might turn on and be like, I don't like how they talk. This
a
ain't for you.
bitch What you say again? Bitch ass. You were last time listening, but
Thanks.
You'll be back.
But this is, it seemed like the past 3 days is everybody and their mama's birthday. Super celebrity birthdays and shit. We usually only have like one person, shout out one person's birthday, but today is,
They heavy.
it's ridiculous. First and foremost, yesterday was Martin Luther King's birthday. Tomorrow's Martin Luther King Day. If they got you going to work, call off. Black people, if they got you going to work, call off. Don't go to work. They tripping. It's a national holiday.
you going to work, bro?
No way.
I'm on midnight, so technically I'll be at work Tuesday morning. So I'm not working.
You going to work, cuz?
I was about to throw a
I'm
big...
scheduled to work. I just thought about that.
At my job, it was like I was about to make like a big ass deal. Like, hold up, why they guys working Martin Luther King Day? This ain't right. We get like a vacation at the end of the year, Christmas and shit.
Like a floating holiday.
So we get like 2 weeks off. So Martin Luther King Day and
I gotta get them days.
some other shit. like Columbus Day, Pulaski Day or something. Like all them national holidays is thrown in there, so it really ain't nothing I can do. But I was about to.
You don't have to go.
I ain't going. I'm good fucked up. I ain't going. But will not be there. I call off every Martin Luther King Day. But other people's birthdays it is. It's like
Yesterday was Sade's birthday too.
shout out to Sade. No Ordinary Love. Top 10 greatest song ever made.
Aaliyah's birthday was over there.
Aaliyah. Happy birthday to Aaliyah.
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali birthday. Dwayne Wade. Jim Carrey. Betty White just turned 99 years old.
She's still alive?
99 years old. They say she died every year.
Every time they post her, I be thinking, damn, she died. They be like, no, it's an anniversary or something.
99 years old. Is she the only person still alive from the Golden Girls? Damn.
I still watch this shit. Like, come on sometimes.
I watch it.
Shout out to Cameron. Cameron remixed the Golden Girls theme song. I don't know if you
Probably
heard
killed
that,
it.
Joe.
Fucked it up bad. Yeah, fucked it up bad.
No.
Fucked it
Like,
up
did his
bad.
thing. Did his thing.
Can't believe that.
I'm going to play it before the show.
For me? I mean, you know, yo, him and the whole Dipset, all that shit. There's a few things I listen to.
Anyway, who else?
Katie don't be liking niggas that's too cool, man. Like, when you
What
like,
is it though? Like, what?
when niggas be when people be a little too cool, like, Katie don't like that shit, man.
You like me? I'm pretty fucking cool. I'm just saying. You know?
He just grew up with, if he didn't grow up with you, no.
It's up in the air.
If I don't know how you don't
Never
know
that
fuck
skit.
with.
Like, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. No. You gotta do that shit.
With the banana?
Yeah, with the banana and all that.
You gotta put a wig on too.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
That's you.
I'm with it.
But Betty White, Jim Carrey, shout out to Jim Carrey,
Jim Carrey.
James Earl Jones, King of Zamunda, Mufasa,
Yeah.
Darth Vader.
And Shredder. No. James Everett was Shredder.
And the neighbor with that big ass dog.
Saying
Sound
like
like-
Ray J, shout out to Ray J.
Shout out to Ray J. Man, I don't think Ray J get enough respect.
The
Man. I like
legend Ray J.
Yeah.
Don't get it fucked up. Michelle Obama,
First lady.
Yeah.
only first lady I
It
announced.
star-studded today.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey, shout out
It's
to
all on the same day?
yeah, and Lil Jon.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Shout out to the legend Lil Jon. That shit, that's all them people birthdays, man. But shout out to everybody, man. Birthday. Shout out to another year of life. Before we get started, man, it's like the fourth death we done had to acknowledge on somebody that we actually know. And it's just fucked up. It's like we too young to be people we grew up with passing away and shit. But
You know, it's like crazy because old heads that's a common conversation. You know, sister such and such died. Like,
Right.
oh, yeah. But we shouldn't be having these conversations all the time, for real.
yeah, but you just never know when it's your time. And R.I.P. to JACQUESA Taylor, my cousin, family, pretty much family,
Pretty much
everybody
family,
on the show, you know. Tragic, but we're going to celebrate your life. Prayers up to the whole family, everybody over there hurting.
The Taylors,
You-
the Lumpkins,
yeah.
everybody, all the
Shout out to-
friends.
Shout out to 4-1, man, we love you. Everybody that's affected by this, man, we love you. Prayers to you. Nothing much we can really say, but just everybody, your loved ones and stuff, just tell everybody you love them, you know.
Reach out. Squash the beef if it's beef.
Live every day like it's your last, man. R.I.P. moment. We're gonna give a moment of silence for JACQUESA. R.I.P. But moving on to other news, not moving on, but just keep it going. Happy birthday to everybody, but how y'all being, man? Besides the bad news and fucked up news that's been going on. Y'all week was going alright?
Not bad. Not bad. A little snow flurries.
My kids be waking up every day trying to see if there's snow out there for real.
Sled?
They're trying to see what's going on outside.
We might not get that this year.
That's
Snow,
what it's looking like.
when you a kid, snow is nice.
I
When you
used
get
to
older,
snowboard and
fuck
shit.
that shit.
Man, we used to go sledding, dude, where we used to live when I was a kid. We used to sled down this steep ass hill, but it was a wooden fence at the bottom, so it was like a tree. If you wasn't from where we was from,
Yeah, wipe out something.
yeah, fuck yourself up on that fence. You gotta get down there, you got to turn the sled. And we ain't really had sleds, we was like on garbage cans, the top of the garbage can.
I had slaves.
We had
We had real
We
slaves.
buying East and shit.
I remember one time,
That's
old.
I remember one time somebody brought a real sled through there and went through the fence though.
Yeah.
It was going too fast.
Two arrow
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
Two arrow back.
it was going too fast. Wood with the metal, that shit got ugly. Shout out to my nigga Marcus, man. That shit got ugly when people had real sleds. We was
That shit was fun till that snow got in your shoe and it was over with. Back to the house.
Acting your shit. Yeah.
Back to the house.
I was always equipped though for the snow days.
oh yeah, I was ready.
I was
I had a snow suit that one time.
double, triple.
Yeah, I was walking, couldn't even throw my arms down, man. Couldn't even run for real.
I'll show you one.
It was good. Kids don't do nothing but play Fortnite and iPad now though. I be making my kids. I just be snatching tablets and iPads and shit away. No, they don't even know why they
Oh,
ain't did nothing.
electronic police out.
Yeah, like I just for no reason. Cause I might not
Here come Dad.
I might not even be doing shit, but I just be noticing like, fam, you done had that for like 4 hours straight. Man, give me that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I just be on it.
Dad coming, I'm just gonna tuck mine in.
Hey, man.
You gotta do that sometimes, man.
Because I never touch my fucking iPad or phone.
Kids be turning into zombies, dude. They get to playing all them weird ass games, shit, watching other people. I hate when kids watch other kids play with toys and play with games.
On YouTube?
That shit annoys the fuck out of Deuces. That shit annoy you. Like, what is entertainment? Like, you don't want to play the game? Like,
Watch somebody else.
you want to watch them play the game?
I watched my little brother do that shit. I was like, what you watching? Oh, Fortnite. But he watching them on a YouTube broadcast play this shit. I'm like,
Well, it ain't. I can relate. I used to watch. They for what they call them professional players play Warzone. I used to watch that.
man.
That's
I
like-
was
You trying to get tips or something?
Hand me a
Yeah,
controller.
I mean, that makes
I
sense.
definitely was.
That makes sense.
No, it's like TV shows though. Like it's like like they looking at it like laughing and shit. Like,
Yeah. Like how long you watch
they
this shit?
silly.
I
Like,
watch it.
I don't even want to go to your house
Talk
and
to 'em, all
watch
type
you
of shit.
play with your fucking toys.
If you ain't got a controller for me or a toy for me,
I'm not coming over
coming.
here.
Yeah, like fuck
Oh,
that.
toy hog ass.
but they literally like playing
breaking
with,
shit.
they opening their toys like, look at this. This is this. I'm like, what the
The
fuck?
kid's like,
Don't even want it though. Like, you want that for Christmas? Nah, I'm good. Like, I don't even want the toy.
we're doing a review.
Checking it out. It ain't even a review. No, it's not a review. It's literally like them playing with the shit, and that shit is entertaining.
I got a question for y'all. We all got what? Your daughter, how old is your daughter?
6.
My daughter's 6 too. So I'm trying to figure out how the fuck they don't know how to they don't know how to read and write. Well, they rewrite a little bit, but how the fuck they spelling all that shit on YouTube?
Find it right now.
Getting right to the shit that they want to say.
Cause one, they can kind of read, like, so all you do gotta type in the first couple letters. They can sound out.
But only if it's been on there before. I'm talking about a fresh
No,
YouTube.
it ain't gotta be on there. YouTube won't find for them kids what they want. Like,
That shit fuck
cause,
me up.
cause they searching the most popular motherfuckers in the world. You know what I'm saying? So if I wanted to see Joe Rogan podcast, all I gotta type is J-O. That's no matter what, that's gonna pop up first. Joe Rogan, like, it's gonna be on the side. So them kids they searching, like the Ryan little kid and shit. So they type that R in, it's popping up. Especially on that kid YouTube
Type
shit.
in toy.
And you can press a little mic. They said such and such World C.
Okay, yeah,
Cookies
you
World
right,
C.
you right.
I get what you're saying, though, 'cause, like, that
I'm
makes
like, damn, she's 6 years old. She watch a bunch of, it's a bunch of different shit. Like, she don't just watch just one YouTube. She watch 2, 3, 4, 5 different people on there, and she know how to get straight to it. I'm like, damn. How the hell is she spelling all that shit? You know what I'm saying? Fuck me up.
Yeah, man. But and make sure y'all watching what y'all kids is doing on this shit.
Right.
They might be on some squirrely shit.
Man, we all was.
But
Had Disney Channel on one, and then had the, you know what I'm saying, the late night. What was
Fuck
it?
yeah.
Showtime, HBO.
Cinemax.
Taxi Cab Confession.
You busting your room, turn off.
Real sex.
Real sex. Oh, I had off subject. I had probably like 15 real sex recorded on like tape. Pop them in and
Oh, you was bold. I never recorded no shit.
I recorded all of them. This was before the porno era. Then I graduated to.
I got real acquainted with the back button.
Oh no, I had some shit recorded because I used to like. I used to record music videos all the time. So like my favorite videos, like I got tapes. I want to get them transferred to DVDs because I got like tapes. I used to record like Rap City and all my favorite videos shit. But in between, it might be some
mess.
Some mess in that shit.
Call it.
And I had a double deck VCR where I could dub tapes.
Me too. Yeah.
So
me too.
Just you know what I'm saying. You just imagine what I had. You know what I'm saying.
You right. I need to find mine. I had a tape. No, this is some rap shit. I had a tape with all the Rap City freestyles on there. Probably not all of them, but like all the classic ones. I had a tape with them. Bunch of them on there.
I got some tapes. I got like making the video. I got like making the video of like #1 stunning video, like baby and that shit. And I got countless videos and shit, hours and hours and shit. But then in between them shits, there's some bullshit pop up on the screen.
You gotta use that whole tape.
The whole tape.
I used to RP my granny. I used to take my granny used to record the soaps every day.
Yeah,
like, so I used to just go, but like record them, you know what I'm saying? My granny passed away. Them tapes is probably still in the shed somewhere. You wasn't never rewatching them or nothing though. I used to go up in there and just take her tapes, dub over them shit. I'm dubbing over all type of shit.
That red record. Oh yeah.
If you ain't do that shit, I don't know what the fuck you do.
Shout out to the kids that don't even know what a VCR is. I missed out, man. It was a time to be alive. I love the age I'm at. 32, I got the best of both worlds. Like, came into the internet era, but like, I got to talk on the phone. Like, you never talk on the landline. Or,
Who did?
like, you know what I'm saying?
I did.
Trying to mac a honey and mama picking up the phone, dialing. I'm on the phone. Get the fuck off the phone. This embarrass you.
We had two lines for a second. Well, at one point in time we had
y'all rich.
Fourth grade.
No, we only had one. When I was growing up, we had one or the other. We either had a phone or we had a cable. We didn't have both of them. So and it was certain periods where we had cable. We was watching some good shit. We had to go next door to use the phone. Then it was a period where we had the phone, but the static was on the TV, nigga.
Did y'all?
I had a brother and a sister. I had to keep my Mac in limited. It was.
Yeah, you could make.
I had to work quick. What's up? Just work quick, man.
Did y'all used to, once y'all got cell phone, did y'all have like crazy song on y'all voicemail?
I never did the voicemail song thing.
I did the ringtone.
Definitely
the
Oh,
voicemail.
yeah,
I did the ringtone thing, but I never liked the voicemail thing.
I used to record my ringtone, turn it up in the car, put it up against the little thing. That shit used to sound bad as hell, but I thought
Shout out to the bootlegger Ralph. Ralph used to make us ringtone. Ralph can make you whatever you want a ringtone.
Yeah.
And shout out to Ralph. He was a cold motherfucker.
I remember when the ringtones first came out. That shit was like it wasn't even words yet. It was just like the tone, like TI-24, but it'd be like, dun, 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 dun. We was like, what the fuck? Like, we thought that shit was the craziest shit ever.
Ready Lincoln and Blinking.
Oh my god, that's a whole nother
Never
subject.
mind.
That's a whole nother subject.
Niggas still do ringtone?
I don't know.
That'd be weird.
I got him.
I heard, yeah.
Ringtones was dangerous.
I'm talking about now.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because you might have your girl.
Yeah, ringtone was dangerous.
That was the craziest shit ever. You might have just different girls and different ringtones and shit. Like
I had a certain individual
you put out the edge.
Figure out my, you know what I'm saying, my pattern. Yeah, I had a ringtone for, just rings and them saved ringtones that figured out my pattern. So someone broke it down to me like it was science. And I think since then my phone been on vibrate. That's like shit, 2000.
Well, speaking of ringtones, a new song has emerged that probably was people ringtones in the ringtone era. A remix to Nelly's Hot in Here has became the Busted Challenge. I tried to show my counterparts here at the Busted Challenge last week. They didn't really pay it no mind. They made jokes like, "What you trying to do this or something?" Like, this week has just been a whole nother thing, you know. Everybody been looking at some meme with like Meek Mill looking at his phone, all creepy and shit.
Girl, I think bro,
Who is that? And like, is the remake a real song too?
It's a real song. It's a girl
Erica
named
Banks.
Erica Banks. She signed to like, I think Jay Prince and them. She out of Houston. She basically replaced Carl Crawford. Basically who discovered Megan Thee Stallion. He got a new girl. And she done gone viral off TikTok and.
Crazy thing is the song been out. Like they showed a video from about a year ago, a concert where she was performing a song and nobody was paying. Like niggas was looking the other way while she performing. And now social media, motherfucker. Man.
Yeah, the power of social.
Cause that's the thing. That's what they were saying. That's if you notice, Meg Thee Stallion ain't did the busting challenge yet. And she don't need an invitation to twerk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they say that's why, cause it's like a little tension between the cameras.
But they doing her move in the Busted Challenge. That's her move.
You don't think she should support it though? I think she should.
That's her move though.
You see, they said Meg Thee Stallion, like her twerk, her move, that Crybaby or whatever that move is. They said that's like her moonwalk, like Michael Jackson had his signature move.
That's it.
You put it up there with the move on?
No, they just saying that's her signature move.
I'm asking for him though, like you know.
Oh, he be hating on Mike.
Who be hating on Mike?
You be hating on Mike too.
No, I don't be hating on Mike. I just give up.
Talking about Mike only had 3 moves.
This is true.
Mike had moves.
That's a lie, dude.
Man, I wish I ain't got the. I'm gonna get the video. But I was in when I went out of town. You know how they do the shows and stuff. They had a Michael Jackson impersonator. He was.
That's the same one I seen.
Did you see it?
Yeah, he came to my resort too.
It wasn't that same dude.
I bet it was.
He's flying everywhere.
He was cold though. It was not. He was just a little bit slower than Mike. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have the stamina, but he had the moves. I was like,
Shout out to my brother Herb, man. He's the original Michael Jackson impersonator. My brother, y'all don't know, my brother Herbie won a contest in like 1984, 85. Real shit. He did a Michael Jackson impersonation. He met Michael Jackson, like in the whole nation. Like he flew like a Dallas.
He went to Neverland?
Nah, this was before Neverland.
Oh, shit.
But like, no cap though. Like he won like a year supply of Mountain Dew, or it was all type of shit. Like he won like a real Michael Jackson.
Met Mike though.
Yeah, he met Mike. They flew him to Dallas to the Victory Tour, and like he met the whole Jackson, Michael Jackson, everything.
Yeah, he won.
Yeah, like he was in the paper and everything. Like
Mike touched
I seen that jacket though. I seen the picture.
Yeah.
Of the jacket.
like that was in the paper.
Mike touched his wee-wee.
Check this out, man. Mike didn't do none of that shit. Wipe him out, man. He said he only like seen him like in passing. Like he didn't really get to. He met Tito and them niggas. He like shook Mike's hand and Mike kept it moving. Like,
That's bold. They supposed to make sure they
but he said he was cleaning up every talent show around here, cleaning it up.
With
Crazy routine. Like he went from Billie Jean to like he was killing shit. If you meet,
You get him to perform that now?
nah, like I'm 32 years old. He's never like when I was a kid. I used to love Michael Jackson. So when I was a kid, people used to always be like, "Your brother can do the Michael Jackson shit like that." And I'm like, he would never do that shit. I've never seen him do it, but I seen him like. He might just bust a moonwalk real quick or just be playing around. He still got it in him. Like he can break dance and shit, so he might just pop like real quick and just like a spin and then just play around with it. So
I had to fucking love that.
It's a battle.
But like if you meet, like my brother 50 years old, so if you meet somebody that's like his age or something, they gonna be like, "Oh, Herb was cold with that Michael Jackson. Like he was like the biggest thing. I like the biggest thing he ever did in his life, dude."
Don't do it like that. Don't do it like that.
He peaked early?
I did a lot of other shit, but that's the most. That's the famous. That's the most famous.
That's
shit.
claim to fame with the Michael Jackson.
That might be though. Is claim to fame though.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Herb.
Who else never met Mike?
We really met him. We just.
My last name Jackson. It's like my cousin, like
A lot of slave owners' name was Jackson.
Damn, you know what the
I'm just saying. Like that don't mean nothing. That's a common last name.
You went deep.
Yeah, that was pretty deep.
Douglas is too.
Oh no! Douglas is the biggest plantation in Louisiana. Douglas plantation.
That was Candyland off of Django. But switching gears,
Close to it.
speaking of somebody that's gonna become a slave, Wife and Lucci
Oh,
Damn,
is
man.
free Lucci, man. He ain't
when you
do
go to
shit.
jail, you're protecting your slave. Too.
You finna get out like nigga.
That go back to a couple podcasts ago, like when do you distance yourself from that type of bullshit? Like when is you too big to not participate or any of that shit? He's definitely past that shit.
He's years.
Allegedly he did what
Yeah,
they
I'm
said
sure
he
like
did.
that. What you pinning it on it?
That's what I'm saying.
And they look, first of all, the judge did not even bind.
But they always do that.
He a flavorist. He got money.
Right.
He got money in flavors.
Allegedly, he was driving a car, man. That don't. It's not.
They said it was his homeboy that they killed.
Damn,
Sound
had
like
to be done.
That was they.
Sound like some IW Melly shit.
No, it said they was in a shootout with.
He just
A
got
rival
smacked.
gang,
He killed him. Like,
and
he
then
just got smacked.
He got hit, and then be not taking him to the hospital. They said it just threw him out the car.
Had it.
The 911 call was crazy. Like, it's people that seen the dude get thrown out the car. They like watching him take his last breath and shit. Like, the 911 call. And like, the 911 call basically traced it back to Lucci. I guess it was his car or something like that that threw the man out the car.
Had it.
It's crazy.
Something like that. Like that Kendrick Lamar skit. That skit on this first.
When we get to a certain level, it's just certain
Oh,
shit you don't.
You shot my brother. Yeah.
Or you ain't finna be around when some shit go down. Like it's just.
That jail shit ain't nothing to play with. Shout out to Young Thug, who's had a notable feud with Wife and Lucci. They've been beefing for years. And he even said, because I guess people was tagging him in this shit. He was like, man, he gonna wish jail on nobody.
Fuck
Shit
that
like that.
shit.
What you mean?
Jail.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jail. Shout out to my brother. I talked to him the other day. He said he gained like 30 pounds. All they do is eat and sleep.
because they
And he
can't
said
get
he caught the
his cell.
COVID.
I'm surprised that game
And he said he
big as a motherfucker.
And he said he got the stimulus check in the joint. Oh God. So shout out to my brother. The commissary is heavy. He over there loaded up upstate.
Yeah, but they said they can't get no rec time, so you gaining what? Like they can't go out and work out because they the COVID.
This shit locked
So
down.
they 23-hour lock.
Then I'm talking to him. He like,
I ain't think about that.
he like, man, let me get off this phone, man. These niggas tripping because I got the COVID.
COVID nigga on the phone?
Yeah. I was like, all right, hit me up.
Speaking of the stimulus,
I
and
probably
shit,
got more money than some of you niggas out here on the street. He over here happy, dude.
how y'all feel about Biden? Biden said
I'm here for it.
$1.9 trillion plan he got as soon as he get in office. He gonna finish off that 2000
I ain't
stimulus.
I
complaining.
better have the
about
motherfuckers
no-
checks printed by February.
I'm not
I want my check by Friday.
What you gonna do?
I
I ain't complaining about no amount. Whatever you want to give, I'll take it.
Like I said, man, a lot of people was like shaky about like this administration. I feel like, not saying they want to do this shit, but they gonna have to do something to back up all the people voting for them. So like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
And then the thing, hey, don't shit happen overnight either, though. 'Cause even when you propose something, that shit gotta go through them, like so. Just because they got all these ideas and these proposals and shit like that, that shit might just get denied. Like,
Oh no, it ain't getting
No,
denied. They control everything.
No, we got the Senate now.
Yeah, they
Democrats,
control
so,
everything.
You know what I'm saying? So like, even though it ain't just a guarantee, a lot of it's gonna be a lot easier to get things passed now.
I just hope they
Shout out to Georgia. You know what I'm saying? We got the Senate now. We got the House.
That's what I'm doing. I'm worried.
I'm glad you said that though, because I be seeing motherfuckers sharing shit on Facebook when they talk about something and thinking in the past and shit.
Yeah.
Like, y'all didn't pay attention to shit in social studies. Like, God damn, they told y'all that it takes steps, man. Just because they said some shit don't mean we finna get it.
See, that's the thing. Trump brainwashed a lot of people because Trump was just out there signing them executive orders and like holding it up, doing press conferences and shit, and none of that shit
shit
could
never
even
went
get
through.
But like some of that shit did go through. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Not bad.
you can force the issue on certain things though, and like we never seen a president really just like whatever he was trying to do, did do the shit. So Trump did show like, hey fam, y'all can do a little more than y'all portray y'all can do. So we gonna see what's gonna happen, man. But shout out to Trump, he got impeached again.
Double impeach.
He's the only person to get impeached twice. That's crazy.
He made some history.
And a lot of
He
people,
can run again though.
but that's why they impeached him though.
To make it hell for him.
And that's what a lot of people were saying, like, what's the point of impeaching? He be out like in 5 days or something now. But they saying if he gets impeached and it goes through, he won't get like the pension for the president. He won't have the Secret Service.
Security for the rest of
And he won't be able to run again. So it do make sense why they want to impeach him, but
Yeah, chop on them and get at him finally.
Iraq
He's still
still
rich.
Huh?
He's still rich.
They got a warning for Iraq. Got a warning of
Chop
one.
on them, get who they want.
no, I think though Trump, like they gotta prosecute him and he gotta go to jail because if not, like fam, it gotta be consequences for doing all the fuck shit.
He trying to pardon himself before.
He's trying to pardon himself before he gets
Right
charged.
now.
That's the crazy. Like,
He pardoned his daughter too. He trying to pardon his daughter.
but like the thing is, like they not dumb. They haven't charged Trump yet, so it's like you can't. Because they know if they charge him now, he could pardon himself.
Like, yeah,
So they ain't even charged him yet. So that man
He
going.
cold blooded. He a gangster dude.
They say they gonna pardon Lil Wayne and Kodak Black though.
He need to do his thing.
Y'all think he gonna do it?
He might. Niggas still ain't gonna fuck with him. Appreciate it.
Mad love on the way out.
Smashed the cake in his face. Showed him
Show me
love.
mad love. Show me mad love, B.
I seen the other day what was like, was it the Founders Day? Shout out to the AKAs.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you used to have to be bad to be an AKA.
What you saying?
What
you saying?
They lowered their standards, their requirements and shit.
Oh man, he said used to. Man.
I'm dead. Keep it real.
No,
Y'all went to college,
I don't disagree.
so y'all know it'd be like if you was if you was an AKA, you was elite. It'd be like a jet beauty of the week to be an AKA.
You give them too much credit. It wasn't all. That's the perception, but it wasn't like that.
I mean,
At your school, huh?
At schools, period, we used to travel to a lot of schools, and
All the AKAs wasn't bad.
no,
They wasn't the baddest.
I ain't gonna say that. Like they got that's what they got a perception like to be the light skin.
I mean, they wasn't all bad, but I get what he's saying because I done seen some that's like.
Questionable. Like they lowered.
But it was always like that. But like I said, from the outside looking in, my perception was always like all the AKAs is always bad. And then once I started going to different schools, I'm like,
Well, yeah, the more you see, then you start to see it.
I don't
walk
know
down.
about
I'm like, damn, your AKAs, that's crazy.
man, shout out to all the
That's crazy.
shout out to all the
Take the flag that
fraternities,
sound, man.
sororities
Huh?
and shit.
They run up on me.
Fuck yeah.
Get on your ass like they did Boosie.
Shout out to all the Greeks.
What they say?
See? Relax. Shout out to the Deltas, everybody.
Man, anybody can be an AKA. Just shoot for it. You got to fill out applications online.
That is not true.
They got a help one to sign out there. They got anybody can be an AKA.
That's not true.
Shit.
That's not true.
Get your little pink outfit and do
I'm
it.
finna get banned.
Yeah. Shout out to all the Greeks, all the black Greeks, you know what I'm saying, all the HBCUs. That's all Joe Jack 2-3. Follow him on all this shit.
Damn.
Would not agree with what he was talking
I
about.
like the AKAs.
Yeah. I like all the sororities, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the fraternities. Everybody. RIP my nigga P Cool, Kappa. Y'all see let's change it to sports a little bit. Before we do though, y'all see the little clip of Space Jam 2 with LeBron?
Yeah, I seen that.
They had a little clip. It was Bugs Bunny and shit in the background and all type of shit. LeBron had his toupee on.
Hey,
What?
man. You had to call it that. Man. He had his
Come on, man. That shit was dark. It was dark though.
Yeah,
Like
it's treatment.
no balls. He ain't gonna have no ball spot in the whole movie. Guaranteed.
No, why
Too
would
crazy sound bad. That's Hollywood.
Don't that sound bad though? Like,
Dress it up and make it real for me. Well,
That's
Future
what I'm
say,
saying. That's
dress it
what
up
I'm
and
saying.
make it real for me.
Shout out to Brian though. You know what I don't understand about Brian's hairline though? Cause you look at like the rapper Tiger or whatever. Like dude shit was gone and he like paid and got surgery and got that shit back. Dude got like long hair, braids and shit.
yeah.
LeBron James a billionaire, damn it. How come he couldn't get the same
His treatment didn't take.
I think though, like when you hooping and shit, all that sweat,
didn't
though,
take.
I don't feel like it'll take.
So
No,
he
you
felt-
couldn't open the water, don't take.
Yeah.
The treatment didn't take.
No, we know, bro. Did he come back?
It didn't come back.
Yeah.
It didn't come back.
So you said when LeBron retired, like his shit gonna be crispy.
I think when he retire, his shit gonna be there all the time. I think he gonna get it all the way to get. Deion Sanders got that shit too.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think it take. But they say that shit take like time. Like they say that shit
gotta
take.
take.
Like,
So LeBron ain't sit down nowhere. Sit down.
Yeah, they say this shit take like months. Like Deion Sanders, he said.
No,
he
that
had,
is
like,
true,
3
honestly,
months.
because I had a coworker that.
You about to get that shit? You did research?
I wasn't even gonna do you like that, bro.
It sounded like he did.
That's all
He
I'm
was
saying.
a coworker. And he really.
Wait.
He was trying to see if his insurance covered that shit.
No.
He checked him with
I took for a remove. No bullshit. If the shit was back in the day, I'd have been like, you know what? I'll think about it.
But you always wear a hat, so like, wouldn't nobody even know. Like, if you just took your hat off one day and was like, like here, like,
Put that motherfucker back on.
what I even know? Oh yeah, I cut my shit.
No.
You can do that
But
shit.
no, my coworker, he got like the little treatment where they just took the follicles from like the back of his head and they put I'm for real.
I don't think that's what Brian got for it.
But look, it's like the whole surgery thing.
Yeah.
And then they put it in the front of his hair to give like a hairline, like some tiger shit.
Yeah.
But he still got like the cup holder.
Yeah.
So it's like
still got that sun effect.
because he said that would have cost too much. I'm thinking, like, what the fuck was the point?
So he got half-ass jobs.
And he paid that bag though. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
He just wanted his
But
work back.
but he did say like when they do it, like they tell you don't do anything strenuous though. Around there, hooping. That's why shit ain't taking.
Yeah. No, like for real, I really.
Hey, shout out to
believe
Space Jam too. We talk about Space Jam. We just gonna let me hear like crazy. But I say that because HBO Max. It's gonna be on HBO Max like 9 theaters, and it seemed like HBO Max is like about to get Netflix and shit. They got-
And Netflix turned the fuck up.
Yeah. I don't think they.
On
You see
what?
the previews?
On what?
Everything.
On what?
You see them previews of the new movies
They
and
got
shit?
some shit coming up.
You
Netflix
see that
said
shit?
they ain't going out like Blockbuster.
What's the new movies? 'Cause
I mean, you had to look like you had to see the previews, like all the movies. They got it looked like they got the shit already filmed and shit.
Okay.
They about to drop a new movie. They gonna drop a new movie every week now.
But HBO Max got the same shit going on. They got a new Denzel movie coming out next week. They got that.
But ain't nobody gonna abandon Netflix just for HBO. Cause it's gonna be
Not,
certain
not
movies
yet,
that's
not
gonna be
yet though. But like HBO Max had that Wonder Woman shit come on there, like the Wonder movie, like the superhero movies. They got the Space Jam coming on there. They got Denzel new movie. They got like a Mark Wahlberg movie. They got what's that movie with the Black Panthers? Fred Hampton movie. Got a lot of shit coming on HBO Max, man.
And I think Netflix caught word and they powered the fuck out. I'm just saying you gotta watch it, like to understand what I'm saying. I can't really explain.
But see, for HBO Max, don't you gotta have like a cable subscription to have it?
No, it's the same
It's
way.
an app.
It's an app, just like, and that's what I'm saying. Amazon Prime, they turning up. You got
Competition.
like I said,
Hulu or something. Yeah, you just
like shit ain't that.
Hulu is weak.
no, but they got the apps though. You can just
Hulu is not weak.
I don't
Hulu
like
got a lot of
I don't
shows
like
too.
Hulu.
I been fucking with Tubi. I like that shit.
That's why I said there's a lot of
I like
competition.
commercials, but it's free.
That's the one thing I don't like about Hulu, but you can get it without. But I don't like Hulu with the commercials. But it's like a lot of competition out there now. It seemed like for a minute though. That's my point. Netflix has had a chokehold on the game. But now you got Disney Plus. They gonna be dropping new Marvel series every week, Star Wars and shit like that. And it just ain't Netflix. Just ain't.
it's up for grabs. It's up for grabs.
I'm here
Yeah.
for all of them.
It's up.
Yeah, I sure like
I
all
want
that shit.
I ain't gonna be changing my subscription.
Huh?
I ain't gonna be changing my subscription. They gonna go hard. They gonna match.
Y'all still ain't watched Your Honor yet?
I'm watching that. The new one come out drop today. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it this morning.
What is it called?
Your Honor.
Your Honor, it's a show.
Stars.
We ain't getting paid for this, but Showtime, y'all can hit us up. We will promote it. It's on
Showtime?
It's on Showtime.
Okay.
Your Honor. My woman stopped watching the show. She said it was giving her too much anxiety. Like literally though.
Is
Like,
that good?
she's like, you don't know what's gonna happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she said, like I can't watch this shit. Like,
I
shit
like
got my
that
heart
shit.
beat, my heart racing and shit
I
like
like
that.
it like the
I didn't-
suspense thriller.
Yeah,
I like that.
I done
That's what keep me in tune.
I done told like 2-3 people about it, and they all heavy. Like, man.
From the first episode, first 20 minutes, you're gonna be hooked. Like from the first episode.
What y'all say that song?
It's on Showtime, dude. It's called Your Honor. It's got the dude
It's
from
crack.
Breaking Bad, Walter White.
What season is it?
It's on.
It's only one
They
season.
say it's only gonna be one season. It's only gonna be 10 episodes.
10 episodes.
I don't
Like
like.
ever?
Yeah, it's only like 6. It's like 7th episode coming out.
Yeah.
I don't know how they gonna wrap this shit up
They
in these
gotta wrap
last
it up
3.
in 3 episodes.
But it just get deeper. Like it get deeper and deeper every episode.
It's all connected. That's
It's
what's
crazy.
fucked up.
It takes place like New Orleans.
I might have to check that shit.
It's straight.
A lot of crime going on and a lot of craziness, man. So make sure y'all check this out. That's my pick.
I meant to ask you earlier, speaking of your woman, would you let your woman do the busted challenge?
Nah.
Would you?
No, I wouldn't have no problem with her doing the bus challenge.
Busted.
Cause I just seen some weak ones, so. My girl can't dance either, so.
I wouldn't
I wouldn't have no problem.
throw a fit, but
It's just
if she asked me,
Yeah.
I'd be like, nah, you probably don't need to do that.
And it just depends how she was to do it. Like,
No,
if,
my girl did it on my, she didn't post it because she didn't think I wanted to. She didn't think I wanted her.
Would you have cared though, or would you?
I told her to post it.
Did you see it?
I said, she sent it to me.
Was it nice?
She did. It was nice. Like the way she put it, the way she put it together.
that's what I'm about to say. It ended up depending on how she put it
Yeah,
together.
the way she put it together was dope.
Because it depends like what outfit you going to with that busting. Like, you know what I'm saying? That type of shit. Like, so I can't say no, but when I'm thinking of the busting, I've been seeing some wild shit on the busting channel.
Yeah.
But I've been seeing some funny ones and shit too.
It's all about your girl though. Like if you got the type to go for anything, then you don't want to do it. But like if you got some solid women, like we all got that.
But that's go back to the conversation.
But the fact that she said that she didn't think she didn't think that I wanted her to post it. I'm like, well, you post it.
But that's what I'm
She's
saying.
talking
She's
about-
solid just for even thinking about that though. Some of these dudes, they ain't got no, you know what I'm saying?
What if you
They ain't
met
got the same
her?
discretion.
What if you was single? You met a girl and like you met her from the busting challenge.
You better keep that in the back of your mind.
What that mean?
Same way you got her, the same way you can lose it.
But what that mean?
You slid up on that busted
I'm
challenge.
talking Uncle Ryan.
You said what?
So you were talking Uncle Ryan. That sounds like.
But like I
that's
said,
what I
it go back to how she did it though.
We
Like
no,
if she did it in a classy manner or whatever, like she just wanted to do it or whatever.
we would just have. We would
But
just,
she a YouTuber and she be like trying to be on social media too though. So it's like TikTok. She did it like in a TikTok form or
I
whatever.
mean,
I'm from TikTok.
That can help her platform something.
Yeah, so
we,
it's like,
we had a conversation about this like off mic one day, and we was talking about like the
was that at
time.
my house?
Yeah, like the time we in.
That was a deep conversation.
But that's what I'm saying.
We was talking to DT, the singlest motherfucker you ever meet, and this coming from me.
A straight asshole. But shout out to DT. I think it was the time when they showed like the OnlyFans shit, and Black China made like $19 million in 1 month off of OnlyFans. Like she didn't hit the lottery down there off OnlyFans and shit. And we was just saying like with the time we live in, he was single, so I think I asked him like, would you date a girl that had an OnlyFans? You know what I'm
He
saying?
was so passionate.
And he was just like, no, never. Like, if she got OnlyFans, like, she a hoe. Like, she fucking. And I'm like, not necessarily, because, like, she could just be.
Entertaining, yeah.
It's like, it's a lick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is paying. I'm in a bathing suit. They want, yeah, like that type of shit. And my argument was like, just because it's a different.
They couldn't doesn't mean you can't.
That type of shit. Like, just because she got like a OnlyFans, or she might have like how you say it? Provocative pictures online.
That don't make her a hoe.
That don't necessarily make her hoe because it's a different time. People just do different shit nowadays.
What you think?
What you think, Katie?
But and then the thing about it is, like she ain't at the strip club. Ain't nobody throwing no money at her. Ain't nobody touching her.
We talked about strip
We
club.
talk about strip clubs too, but I'm gonna keep on.
Yeah, but a lick is a lick. I wouldn't. It's like you say. It's perception, so it's about the way you do it. So a lick is a lick. So I wouldn't feel the same way DT did. It's just all about how you go about it. Now, if we getting the lick, you know, you go here showing these people they paying $20 to come see
In a swimsuit.
the same shit that's on your Instagram, or a super duper lick. You tell them motherfuckers XXX, and you got your feet on there. You know what I'm saying?
No, what about though? Like what she say on there and on there
The ass and titties.
though? The XXX.
No, I wouldn't be for no ass and titties. You know?
I ain't gonna lie to you, like if
19 million a month. I don't know, fam. Like if this was the thing about Black China. We just using Black China as an example because she done had a sex tape. Like she used to be a stripper. Like she's not a stripper no more. But she used to be a stripper. So you can Google shit and you can see her naked online. She might not do that no more. So it's like if she got her OnlyFans and she just still like she showing her ass and she might show a titty every once in a while, like you can already see that shit and she making 19 million a month. Like man, I might let that shit ride. Like if y'all go into the situations like that too, like
You go to it thinking like that, but you know.
if my girl done foot like if she, I'm not going for the ass and titties. I ain't gonna lie to you. But if she like on some swimsuit,
that don't mean
shit,
anything though.
if she finesse a motherfucker out of bag and never get naked, I might applaud her for that shit.
But what if they say her being naked gonna bring out 15 M's or 19 M's?
We had to up that bag. I don't know. It's just we had to sit down and talk about it though. Cause she might not be comfortable getting that, like, you know what I'm saying, naked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause shit, the internet, once she go on the internet, it's up.
I don't know. You gotta be a different motherfucker to want to just be butt and ass naked on the internet.
I mean, that's
me
to me.
personally, that's what I think.
That's how I would look at it though. Like, some chicks would be like, you know, I don't give a fuck. I go to a nude beach, I flash somebody. You know what I'm saying? Some chicks be like, no, like my body is a temple. Like, the only person supposed to see my body is my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect that, but do whatever you. I'm gonna sit back and let you do you, or I might slide on you. I might roll out.
But see, that's what we were saying. Like,
I might get half the
or
bag,
is that
bro.
something you fucking with?
You might have
I thought that was the question. Like,
I'm willing to invest. I might invest. I might buy you some of them fake Fendi swimsuits and shit. Them fake Chanel swimsuits.
I've never seen a Gucci swimsuit like that.
Huh?
I just seen Louis Vuitton.
Oh, they
got
fake.
it. They
That's
got
what
it.
I'm saying.
I know what I'm saying.
I've never seen it on the website.
Yeah.
No, you never will, but they got
But like if you invest in, like, you know what I'm saying? Some, like I said, people be having foot fetishes and shit like that. I get you a pedicure every week.
That shit crazy. I seen somebody on Instagram that made like $1 million off of foot pictures.
Man, they get money. Hey, listen, man, them people just get.
We will have to talk about it. I'm not gonna rule it out. That's all I'm saying.
They get money off their OnlyFans shit.
Everybody naked?
It ain't gonna be my woman.
Rappers I like, shout out to Sauce Walker. He just rapped a song and I like this shit.
He running up millions of
But like, that's what I'm saying. Like that dude he on that OnlyFans tripping.
He
Like
got
this-
sauce buttons. That's what they call it. Sauce
Like he
buttons.
basically like pimping on OnlyFans.
But
like,
it's him. He the one getting all the action.
like he be having girls on there, so it's a crazy world we live in.
That ain't bad. I got a nice shower at the crib, and I thought about it. I swear to God.
Oh man.
I thought about this. Damn, that would be. Never mind.
What that Renzo kid, the dude from Chicago, getting all that money? He was like make everything an asset, like so, like your house. Yeah, like make everything an asset, so like your house, your car, like you got a
He
nice
got
car.
OnlyFans where he
just
give
write
out
it off.
games.
You know, like you got a nice car, rent it. People
Yeah.
music videos, some shit. You got a nice house, like rent your shower, your whole bathroom out to
He got-
girls that do their OnlyFans or something like that.
He got OnlyFans where he on there giving out game on like how to get money.
Mhm.
Shit. And I ain't gonna say what he be talking
I've been
about.
seeing a lot of people making OnlyFans on this betting. Like, you know, like the sports betting is real
Yeah.
big. So a lot of people making OnlyFans and like you gotta pay $20 a month, but they giving their pics out every day.
What kind of OnlyFans we can make?
I don't know, but if you want
Me
an
neither.
all white black backdrop in your video, hit me up.
All white backdrop.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up with all my whips. If a nigga want a video shoot,
That's a good
All
idea.
his card.
yeah,
That's a good idea.
nigga can rap in front of him.
Joe Jack.
Stand on.
Joe Jack OnlyFans.
No, you can't stand on.
Joe
it.
Jack. Oh, they gonna be acting a fool on your car. You rent it out, bro.
You really
It's a
you
shirt.
stand
You
on.
can't stand.
You gonna be at the video?
I gotta be there.
You ain't gonna be
I
standing
was gonna
on
say,
your
if you
T-top,
ain't there, niggas is gonna be on your top.
I don't know.
hanging out the T-top, standing on the seats.
All right.
I let
They gonna
somebody
flourish
like
with you.
Darius sit on the hood. or something like that.
They gonna run and shit too.
You can't drive though. You gotta be rapping in front of them like.
Oh no, you put too many restrictions, fam. I ain't the money like it's my car for the day.
Huh?
Totally.
Yeah.
No.
When you go,
Corey's like, bro, you just speed past.
man, when you see them niggas that
rented
when you see them niggas renting the Lambos in Miami, it ain't no restriction on him riding up and down the strip all motherfucking day in that fucking Lambo.
Smoking the time.
I'm just talking about a set. I'm renting a set. I'm willing to rent it for a set.
They park where they at.
Yeah. You might even be able to do like the little, to get your roll on video, you might be able to drive like 5 miles an hour while Deuces is filming you.
So, I feel like we ain't really never talked about it on here for real, but it's getting so big now. I think it's time we had a little conversation. Y'all know about the Clubhouse shit?
I invited you. See how I flipped it.
Nah, I lost my page. I changed my
I'm talking shit.
my phone.
Yeah,
my
you
number
invited me.
changed and shit. I couldn't get in there.
Yeah.
But Clubhouse. You heard of Clubhouse? Page?
I'm not on he. I got an invite. I looked at it. I ain't logged in yet.
Oh, you ain't tripping on.
I ain't tripping because right after he sent it to me, I see a bunch of lames start a page and I wish for these lames would add me to their page. But yeah, that's
Get your page.
Yeah. He got a problem with
Please.
everything.
I can get on there if need be.
No, but
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's a lot. It's a great idea, but at the same time, there's a lot of people on there. The cap. This is the internet with the cap is just so crazy. Everybody on there is what's the score today?
Over with.
Temp one.
Oh shit. Damn it.
That was some money.
Shout out to Tom Brady. Don't everybody get Tom Brady.
No problem.
He did.
But Clubhouse. Clubhouse is another. It's Instagram. Like you know, on Instagram, everybody just showing their best days and everything. Everybody on Clubhouse is making money in music. They know everything about everything, and they all specialists on everything. So the cap is transferred their way on there. But it is a lot of shit you can get done, like a lot of games you can get networking and shit like that. Like,
So basically, it's like room. I'm asking you, like, because like you sent me the link and I'm on there, but I never really participated. So basically, it's like rooms and people talk, like you have like real conversations, and you like we would be in a room.
Is the video talking?
it's all audio. So like what happened? So what happened? We
Like the people that say it's in there, that's really that person.
Yeah. So us four can start a room as moderators. Like I can start a room and say, we in here talking about how to make a podcast. And people will come into the room and it can just be us four talking. It can be always people listening. The other people come in the room, we can bring them up and talk. But it might be a crowd.
But since we started it, we would have to
You gotta
allow you to talk.
Yeah, shit like
Okay,
that.
so it ain't.
But it's
yeah,
dope.
Just a bunch of motherfuckers yelling.
No, but it don't be like that. But it could be.
If they allow too many people.
If you allow too many people, but at the same time, it usually goes the right way. But it could go into simple, like people just talking about top 5 MCs, or it can be like how to make money through the pandemic, or how to do this, how to do it. Like it'll be dope. Like Joe Jack should really look into it. Like you can search sneaker, and it'll be a whole sneakers conversation. People trying to talk about like the sneaker culture, or people that design sneakers. It could be people that work for Nike. It could be all these people. You can network with these people. Like, you know, all types. I met a lot of people on there through, you know what I'm saying, talking about podcasting and shit. And we had a conversation the other day. I got invited to talk in a group. Where we from, all in Illinois, like the 618. It was people in there talking about the artists trying to come out of this area. But the one I was in, basically,
Can you get caught up for being in a room like? So you was in such a room, huh?
Oh no, they got some room.
Yeah,
over
they
there.
talking about
So you mean to tell me you was in such
No,
a
when I first got
now you caught up?
Listen.
How you gotta explain to your woman while you was in that room?
but that's the thing about that Clubhouse shit.
And you
After a certain time, it get nasty
Yeah,
like a
it's
motherfucker.
bad.
Man.
It
It's
was
all
my-
girls on there that's talking about sex. Like after right now it's 9 o'clock. Like they on there tripping.
The
Like
person that invited
all
you-
type of crazy conversations. Like it be going down on there. It's just-
But I'm saying though, you still don't have to get in that room. So if you get caught in that room,
But
then
sometimes
you get
somebody
murdered.
might ping you though, and you just click on it, and then you get on there like I got pinged.
Any nigga that get in trouble for surfing the internet, he's a
And
flame,
it was
nigga. Like you let your woman snap on you for.
I got pinged
you
to a
listen
room
to
that
it?
was all about moaning sound, and it was a bunch of women
But
on there.
but back to what I was saying about that room, it was
sound.
it was a lot of insight on how people think because it was people in there saying shit
But
like
it was nasty. Like just the fact that why are y'all doing this?
It's a bunch of, you was in a group with a bunch of motherfuckers just.
I got right off.
I understand that,
I'm
but
just
like,
saying.
this thing, but like, yeah, like that's stupid because it's fake. Like they fake less and less. They was.
You don't know
Unless
what
they was
that's who
staying
you
up.
can't see them, so they might really be. You know what I'm saying? They might really be getting themselves together.
Interesting.
Clubhouse is dope. You
I'm just saying that's
You-
how
you
weird
kinda
it get.
throwing your-
They can go from connecting.
once you
to,
like if you play with it a little bit, you'll
Well,
see.
yeah,
like,
I have to
Yeah.
get in one.
you gonna get into it with somebody. I can't wait. I'm getting in any room you in.
And that was no
Don't be beef on Clubhouse.
This is what I'm trying to. Yes, like this. That's what I'm
Somebody
trying
gonna
to.
pull up on.
That's what I'm trying to
Facebook
get
and
to.
pull 'em out.
I ain't not the room you was talking about because it might have been too many. But the room that we was in that just started, it was a good mixture of people in there because a lot of people were saying things, and you kind of understood how they talk. They think like, oh, you think everybody hating on you, but no, your shit just ain't really that good. Or
Oh, y'all was getting to it like that.
no, it was one person in there that was talking over everybody. And he was talking about shit in the past, like back in the day we did this, we used to do this. Cause they were basically talking about like there was one person in there, shout out to Brad. He was in there, a young boy named Brad. He was in there. He worked with like promotion, like Google Ads and shit. He was trying to telling like all the artists like there's ways you can promote your music, not the old ways that you're doing it. And people in there trying to talk about the old shit. You gotta meet the DJ. You gotta do this shit. Fam, there's people that can pop just off the internet. Like you don't need to do all that
You gotta
shit.
be with nobody.
And it was just a lot of disagreements and not letting people talk. And there was people in there. They like, man, we working hard and people ain't supporting us. And you know me, I'm gonna ask a question like, what's working hard? And that was a big thing. It was like,
They don't know what that.
and my opinion is, fam, you not working hard. Like they saying like you could be working, but you might not know how to upload your music to these sites and shit. I'm like, you don't know how to do that shit. You not working. That shit is a Google search away. You know what I'm saying? Like
You're not applying
It's
yourself.
2021.
so it's like
That's the
I
move.
didn't know how to do that.
So that's what I'm saying. It was people in there. They was like arguing and beefing about that type of shit. So it was just good perspective. And I'm like, I gave people perspective. Like, man, y'all worried about people from where y'all grew up with to repost y'all and shit like that. But fam, where we live at is so small. If you get everybody from the town to support you, that still ain't enough people.
Yeah.
So it's like you need to learn how to branch yourself to other places and shit. And I
That's
feel-
rare. That's rare anyway. I just don't understand why everybody like gotta get out that mind frame that just cause somebody is from where you from that they gotta support you. Now, yeah, that would be nice. That's what we all want. But like, y'all don't see us on the podcast. Like, damn, dog, why y'all ain't sharing the podcast? Why
Yeah.
A lot of times,
I
like
cut that shit
a lot of
out.
times, like your peers or the people that you grew up, sometimes do like be your biggest haters.
And that's just what
Like
it
that
is.
support be coming from elsewhere. You do get a lot of people. We do get a lot of support with the podcast.
Yeah.
I get a lot of support with my sneaker movement and stuff like that. But it's like a lot of times you get a lot of support from motherfuckers that you don't even know.
Yeah.
And-
So like, why basically saying why limit yourself to your family, your friends, your circle, or your town?
And that's what I was trying to give. I was trying to give perspective on how we do the podcast and how these people make music. I'm basically telling them like, I don't depend on the people that I know. Like everybody in this room, I know them. Everybody in this room don't repost the podcast, shit like that. But I don't give a fuck. I don't take it no type of way that y'all don't
spending time
do it.
worrying
I
about
ain't, yeah, exactly. And I'm like, y'all spending time talking about people hating on y'all and shit like that. Like you just said, most. I don't look at everybody like a hater, like just because you didn't repost my shit. You just didn't repost my shit.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't look at, like, them people's in there,
Or you just don't give a fuck about podcasts.
Exactly.
Or like motherfuckers don't give a fuck about sneakers. Like, I understand it.
and there's people, but
It
it
ain't no
was
big
people in there basically like,
Just calling that hate.
no, it's hate. Like, they trying to count me out. They don't want me, and they don't necessarily be.
No, that ain't necessary.
But at the end of the thing, the discussion got to, like, they saying, like, everybody need to start supporting people more. You know what I'm saying? So,
But
It
then
was-
once
And
they
I
see it,
agree.
then
I agree
come
with
back
this.
another
I
post.
agree with the support because I've supported shit that I ain't necessarily a fan of or
But that's in you though.
reposted some
that's
shit.
in
everybody.
I fuck with the motherfuckers that fuck with me.
Yeah,
so when
yeah,
motherfuckers fuck with me, I definitely show the love back.
You real like that
It's
though.
just
A lot of
a-
people ain't like that though.
But-
Because like I do.
I never look at it like damn. I'm
People
big.
be wanting a
Niggas
certain
can't
type
touch
of
me.
support.
Yeah.
Anything that I do for you is support. You know, what I'm saying?
Anything.
I ain't gotta.
I support you.
I
I
ain't
choose to
gotta
support
buy
you.
something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta buy something. If I tell a motherfucker about something you doing, that's support. You
They
know what
want
I'm
a
saying?
certain, like you
So
said,
yeah,
they
they want
level.
a certain type. They want the support that they want. You know what I'm saying? So like he's saying, they saying if you don't repost my shit as hey, no, I ain't gotta repost it, but I told a motherfucker about it. You know what I'm saying? So I told that's one extra fan or potential fan. You know?
Or I might have put you on the list. I might have sent you to somebody that can help you grow. And I didn't repost your shit. That's even better to me.
Yeah.
It's just like everybody's, like KD said, everybody's support is different. You know, like I don't have to do what you want me.
Yeah.
Like if I'm fucked up, like, and bro, put word in at the job and stuff like that. Like I don't need 100.
Right.
I don't need you. I don't even ask you for no money.
Give me to the dough.
Man,
Give me to
that's
the dough.
it. That's support.
Right.
Like people tend to appreciate that shit more though.
Yeah.
Maybe not out the
Not a
gate,
handout.
but like later on, it's like, you know, because anybody, I can give you $100. If you fucked, I can give you $100 right now. I got $100 in my pocket. What the fuck is that gonna do?
And that's why I was trying to tell niggas about them, like just somebody reposting you and shit. They basically saying like it ain't, you on Facebook, you see my shit, it ain't hard to just click the repost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
That's true.
And that's true, but I was basically telling them that repost ain't really gonna do shit for you. Like that ain't the end of
It ain't gonna get you
It's a lot
where
of
you trying to
There's
go.
a lot of
It
other
does
shit
help.
you can be doing to
It's
work.
that word.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was just trying to figure out. Like niggas talking about, I'm working, we working. It's a lot of people working. Like what's working? Cause like everybody's definition of that shit can be different. Like my definition of working and what y'all doing, that ain't the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good conversation. I feel like Clubhouse, but I wanted us, like as a podcast.
I definitely participate in something that we do, but as far as this,
No, and that's why I said I want us to have discussions on there. You know
With
what
that
I'm saying?
being said, I feel like we should change that live question for college. Like we should, you know what I'm saying?
No, we're gonna stick with college because we got a lot of feedback.
Y'all do it.
Already, yeah.
We can take that one for next week.
But next week is just like, you know, like what is working to
So I think
you?
that
or-
need to be heard. I just think you can't put too much energy into who ain't supporting you.
And we'll make a clip out of this, so like we can.
Yeah, you gotta
People
focus
get
on people that
people
is
get
supporting you and
feedback.
try to get to those other avenues of what you're trying to get. Like one of y'all just said, like you being famous around here ain't gonna make you grow. You still gotta reach to motherfuckers that's in different states and different.
Or you might be good with that. It's a lot of motherfuckers
They
that
might be.
You might be
You
good
might.
with that. Like you, damn, I'm that
take
guy.
over the town.
I'm that
Take
guy.
over the town.
Like, and that's where you set that bar that fucking low, and like you achieve that, and now you good. You can sleep at night. Like, nah.
But I also think people just think that you're supposed to blow overnight. But like if you actually,
A lot of people feel like that though.
If you watch these rappers, it's just some of their documentaries and shit. Man, some of them niggas was rapping for 10 years before they blew up.
2 Chainz,
Rappers,
Rick Ross.
actors, producers, like anything that you do in the industry, like that shit, a lot of that shit take time. Like dude, like just speaking of like earlier, we talked about birthdays and shit like that. Jim Carrey, 59.
Right.
Like,
And when he get his first star,
I mean, like
He
he
30 something.
when he was
in
peaking,
color. Yeah.
when he was peaking, he was what 30 something.
Yeah,
He probably been acting since he was 17.
yeah.
Man, Rick Ross was 2 Chainz was 40, like 41 when that shit blew up for him. You got Rick Ross. Rick Ross said he rapped for 10 years before he ever got
He
one
was writing
shit,
songs and shit, right?
before he ever got paid off that shit. And he was on. And he said he didn't start making money for real till like 2011.
I watched.
So like
And that shit was like,
Ross was popping in 06. That's when Hustler came out. He said, 2011, that's when he started getting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like we can look back at this wall, it's like, shit, RIP to Nipsey. Nipsey was 33 when Nipsey just started to peak, though. Like, but Nipsey was rapping since 08. You know what I'm saying? DMX, a perfect example. He didn't blow. It took him years. Like all these great people, man. That shit don't happen overnight. That shit take work. Read that book, The Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell.
And it don't matter
put
like
10,000 hours in
what
it.
you did.
Anything you do.
It don't matter what you did like the other parts of life either.
They said it take 10,000 hours to perfect anything you do. So like, y'all ain't like people ain't working. Like we putting our 10,000 hours in right now doing this podcast shit. Like when we first started doing this shit, the goal I set in my mind, like I don't expect nothing to happen from this shit. No money, nothing. Like I for like 2 years, I said that shit. Like so.
But it take a whole nother level of dedication to even do that though.
Mm-hmm.
They thinking like if this shit don't pop in 6 months, I ain't fucking with it.
And you see them few in between, like them people that like for instance, Lil Baby. I think that's why Lil Baby, he don't get the respect from like the big, like the Grammys or something like that. Yeah. Because his story is like, fam, I just started rapping 2 years ago, and then all that success happened for him so fast. I think that's what people like.
And that's just an exception. Like that's like
that shit don't happen.
That's like LeBron James.
Yeah. But
like
it ain't LeBron James, because LeBron James,
he been hooping. I'm just saying,
hooping for his whole life.
But all I'm saying is like Lil Baby is a great rapper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like those type of people don't just.
Yeah, right.
Those type of people don't just come around like that. Though.
And then even then, he was around daily people that was involved in the record label. You know what I mean?
He better happen to be in the right place at the right
place.
It just happened like
Lil
that.
Baby is an overnight success. But most people, like even the people you think is an overnight success, they not an overnight success because you didn't see them grinding.
Behind the scenes.
It's a lot of people.
6 years of grind. 10,
15 years of grinding.
How many failed meetings? How many people stood them up? How many, you know what I'm saying, promises that didn't come through? Like, and it's just, that's how type of shit is discouraging. That's just like us going to a podcast seminar in Houston and the shit got canceled while we was there. It's like, you know, like we could have just like, you know what, fuck this shit. This
Right
shit
then.
ain't, there's a lot of other things I'd rather be doing than
And
doing this.
like they say,
If it don't make sense.
they say all you need is one yes. So like you can get a million no's. Like people just take no. Like we ain't feeling that shit. All you need is one person to say yes, and that one person saying yes can change your life. Yeah, you need one person.
And that's what's
it was all working.
That's what's gonna happen with us. So it's like,
see, but the thing about me and the thing about like like talking to all the different people that's doing music and shit, I'm not necessarily. I would love for somebody to say yes to somebody to invest in shit like that, and like if that don't, I'm not waiting on that to happen. Though.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do this shit.
Banking on that, yes.
We gonna do this shit by ourselves, and when that shit happens, it's gonna happen. But whenever somebody want to invest in our podcast, they gonna see. Oh, these niggas 83 episodes in, they got they merch together, they own their shit, they do it. We already got the strength. We don't need much help. We doing this shit. We got this shit working already.
Yeah.
You know
I was telling somebody
definitely gotta make
The
some
promotion.
I was telling somebody, I was like, they can't even like, when they look at this whole setup, like they can't even like, I don't even know how to word it, but like, little boy us.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, we don't need you to really do nothing. So shout out to A Media. We got A Media shooting this for us. We doing this shit. We doing our own mic. We don't need nobody to. We need somebody to help push this out to the masses.
Networking.
That type of
Somebody,
shit.
a cosign.
Yeah.
We would love a cosign, some shit like that. Other than that, we got it.
And the thing is, and the only reason why we would need that is because us coming out the Midwest, like.
And that's
this
just
ain't
the
a
way.
big
That's how the industry goes.
And that's the only reason too. Man, before we go to Ask the Doubters and shit, I just wanna speak about one little thing real quick. I don't be liking how they be doing my man, dude. Shout out to the legend, Bow Wow, dude. They tried to kill. We ain't talk about this shit, but they tried to kill him. He was on a boat. They were saying the boat was too little, but it was Bow Wow. It was like 20 women. It was just him. The boat was mad little.
But people are understanding like where that boat come from though.
Where it come from?
That boat come from was a yacht.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they was killing him, like, he on that little ass boat and shit. But, like, family, he kicking it.
Yeah.
And Bow Wow be, like, trolling.
That was the only boat they had available.
But even then, but my thing be like, okay, even if that was the boat he rented.
Yeah.
Like, ain't got a yacht, nothing. How many of y'all ever been on a fucking boat?
The people
Like,
killing
the
me.
comments though, like,
Yeah.
none of y'all never been on a fucking boat.
So he parked his boat. That's one of them boats you park inside your boat.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's what it's, I'm saying either,
That's what
either
that's
or.
what it was, yeah.
Even if
Yeah,
it was or it wasn't. How many motherfuckers ever been
It
on
was
a boat?
him, it was Bow Wow, and it was like 10 women.
I
on
seen
the boat.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
My boat was bigger than that, but
You
So,
been on a boat,
alright,
though.
that was like a couple weeks
You can say
ago.
that.
Come
They didn't
back,
have 10 women on that motherfucker.
no.
come back this week.
Ain't catch no fish either.
Bow Wow performing doing a show in Houston, in a club in Houston, and it's a packed club. He performing shit. They killing him like, why they in that club? No mask on and shit like that. They making a big deal. And then you swipe over the next two videos, Lil Baby at a party in Miami performing shit. Fam, y'all just picking on Bow Wow because y'all don't like you. Like y'all ain't saying shit about Lil Baby.
What
Like,
did Bow Wow do though? Like, I think I missed
He
it.
trolled too much. He trolled too much.
What you mean? What he do? Nah, he was just
Like, for
performing.
I'm saying for everybody that hated him. I'm talking about like,
Yeah, that's cool.
like what did he do?
Cause he grew up and cause Lil Bow Wow was cool, but Shy Moss grew up and be a lame. Like
That's just who he really was though.
No, it's just I don't know. Like people just don't like the grown up Bow Wow. That's what they think he felt. So it's easy to like kill him, but like he never really did nothing. It was just the internet cap. He just got caught up doing sloppy shit on the internet. Like he was acting like he was on a private jet, and then somebody took a picture of him in coach sitting on the plane. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he posted a picture of boarding a private jet. You know, like he do shit like that.
He set himself up.
But Bow Wow is like he got a reality show I guess coming, or he got a reality show he on, and he was just going through names. I guess he about to make he said he's making one more album, and he was just saying names. It's gonna be his most personal album, so he was talking about relationships he had. And he was just it was like a thing where he was like all the women he been with. So he was saying like Keisha Cole, Angela Simmons, Sierra. The Kim
You have a
Kardashian.
hit list when you famous.
They gonna call him up.
Put some respect on Bow Wow's list. Like Bow
I'm
Wow,
saying his hit list.
yeah, his list is kind of his list is crazy. Bow Wow's a
I had a
sniper.
list too. I had that same list.
Is he messy for that?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Man,
Talk about
man,
that.
listen,
He threw Black China out there. Like he's like nobody knew about that one.
Well, see, that's why nobody like him then. I really don't pay much attention to the Bow Wow shit, so I was wondering. So y'all put me on game on what he be doing, cause I don't
But
follow him or anything. So
I don't think he don't be really doing too much, but just every time he do something, they just kill him. Like
that shit they should kill him for though. Like that.
shit like that, yeah.
I mean, that was the last thing he
But
did.
don't act like niggas wasn't listening to Bow Wow though. Like, I think that's the problem though. Like people act like they wasn't listening.
That's my problem.
Hey, yeah, we was listening to a little Bow Wow.
Yeah.
Even if we what like I ain't gonna say I
The
was
radio cut.
No, the radio cut. I
Radio
never. I don't know anything outside the radio
Radio
cut,
cut.
the commercial cut.
He was famous though. Like he was a big ass.
I would
star.
never take that
You know
from
what I'm
him.
saying?
He was like a child prodigy. Like he pull up on like
And
a
he
big wheel on the.
He was signed to Death Row, fam.
Yeah, we went over that before. We was.
But
Because he was getting co-signed. He got co-signed by
He
Snoop.
peaked early.
Snoop Mountain and gave it to JD. So
his peak is crazy.
co-signed.
That's what I'm saying. I just think it should be a little more
More respect on his
respect
name.
on Bow Wow name, dude.
What if he would have got raped by Suge though? If he was not raped like that, we went through that death road
Took his money.
raping. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I had to.
He would have made plenty bread.
Oh, if he would have been signed to Death Row at the Bow Wow peak.
Yeah. Instead of if Snoop would have kept him, if Snoop would have gave him to JD, if Snoop would have kept him, and he would have came up under death row. Oh, that would be terrible.
Oh, I seen, and this is the last thing before we get to Ask the Dollar. The most disrespectful shit, man. Another child prodigy, Chris Brown. Somebody said Chris Brown is really the R&B Ben Simmons. No progression, no decline, just the same old shit as position.
Whoever said that is a lame, don't know shit.
That is disrespectful.
Chris Brown says, y'all pussy ass gonna stop playing with me like that. I ain't better than any niggas you could possibly think of. Basketball is a team sport. You fuck niggas. Better watch.
He got salty.
You fuck ass little niggas better watch Sports Center as I count this paper. Now go ask your mama who your real daddy is.
Shots fired.
He was pissed
Shout
about
out to Breezy, man. Motherfucker got Chris Brown fucked up.
Way fucked up. I ain't gonna lie to you. Way fucked up.
That nigga is.
Don't get me wrong. Ben Simmons is nice. I fuck with Ben Simmons, but that's a terrible comparison though. Like,
Yeah, I don't know about Ben Simmons.
I like Ben Simmons.
He tried to pull up a 3 the other day. I'm like,
He airball.
I
He
think-
hit one the other
I
day.
think he peaked though. I don't think he
Man, we shouldn't be congratulating a nigga that's in the NBA for shooting a 3 or hitting
That's
a 3.
fucked up, man.
Like, fam, that man should be able to shoot fucking 3s.
He
A
should.
jump shot.
He hit one
shit
the other
like
day,
that. Yeah,
He did.
That shit is
I thought
terrible.
they were talking shit.
No, he hit one the other day, but then he turned around and airball one. I think like today or yesterday.
Yeah.
That's the one I saw. I never
Yeah.
went.
No, he hit one the other day.
Fuck anybody in the NBA that can't shoot a jump shot, fam. Like that's you get paid to play basketball. Like you can't shoot a jump shot, a mid range. You ain't gotta be Steph Curry, but like you're not a threat to shoot a mid range
So
jump
if you
shot.
had, so if you had to do a Chris Brown comparison, who would it be?
He'd be like a elite nigga in the league.
Throw him somebody. Breezy.
Nigga with a ring.
Nigga with a couple rings.
Clay Thompson.
D-Wade.
Steph.
D-Wade.
Nah, he
Steph?
Steph Curry. I'm
Don't hire the
Steph.
Steph.
No, not higher.
Chris Brown up there. I get.
No, he is up there. I
say
ain't
Steph.
doing him.
No,
I ain't
Steph.
doing him at all.
Man,
I'm
you
almost throwing
gotta
him
be
Brian.
honest
I'm
with you.
almost throwing him like
No, don't.
Brian Kobe or some shit like that.
He D-Wade, dude.
Cause Brown like 30 years. Cause Brown like 31 years old.
Steph
You
might
could-
fit him.
You can make R&B music till you 40 something. Like
Steph might fit.
he gonna have all the records. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he gonna be.
He gotta get there first though.
Where you going? He ain't. Fam, this Chris Brown's in that category where like you that talented where they can't kill you. Cause like his career, his career should
survived.
know.
He survived.
That's how you know. Like it's like,
He
like
survived
R.
the
Kelly.
rejection.
R. Kelly fucked up right
Kells
now.
is Mike. I'm putting that the fuck out there.
No, he not. But Kells is like he a nigga that survived. Like he a
Kells
talent.
is
Like
Mike.
I mean, he fucked up now. He ain't survived. He kind of died. But
He over.
for all them years, like that, people look past. They knew he was guilty, but like, man, we
So
gonna
you
keep
might
listening
give
to
him Kobe.
Yeah, that's why I said
I mean,
he might be Kobe.
But Kobe did survive the controversy. So like you might
Well,
give
Kobe
him
ain't do that shit. That ain't the same thing.
Other
We
than
talking about people that's
He
guilty.
still was a controversy.
Steph might fit because he'll still fuck you up right now.
Steph about to win MVP.
No way.
So who Tory Lanez gonna?
That's yet to
Tory
be, that's yet to be seen.
Lanez.
We don't know.
If you get,
We gotta wait till after the trial.
Okay, give him somebody right now.
Banging that shit.
Huh?
Give him somebody right now.
Kwame Brown.
Damn. No.
Lamar Odom.
No.
Who the fuck out recorded Tory Lanez? Like, who was he?
Tory Lanez.
He ain't never been.
We
He
was
ain't
talking
even
about
an all-star.
Damian Lillard.
Fuck no. You out your fucking mind?
CJ McCollum.
Yeah, nigga, yeah. Give him
CJ
CJ.
Your boy from Toronto.
No, he a champion. I like him.
So he's
No,
CJ McCullough. CJ
Cal
McCullough. A nigga that's nice as fuck, but ain't never made an all-star
He
team or
gonna. He
nothing.
about to make it though.
He
So
might.
I had a perfect time.
He might. CJ McCullough's a good one.
Oh, come on, Carmelo.
Watch your fucking mouth.
Carmelo. Nice as fuck.
Carmelo like Keith Sweat.
No way.
Huh?
No way.
That's a great
No.
That was like Keith Sweat.
a steady, a OG in the game.
No.
Still that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Ain't what he used to be, but still that nigga. I give him Keith Sweat.
No way. I give Carmelo. I give Carmelo.
Keith Sweat.
Carmelo fits perfect.
Keith Sweat. So Tory Lanez is Carmelo? Fuck no.
Yo, boy.
I agree with that one. I take that one. That's better than CJ McCollum.
Tory Lanez ain't never made an All-Star team.
Shit.
He never was at the top.
Shit. With that, when he put out that album with all the remakes.
It was close.
Man,
It was close.
He
It was close.
Yeah,
he just lied.
It was
with
CJ
that
McCollum.
That other shit we
I ain't
talking
even
about.
with that shit. It's CJ McCullough. Y'all ain't listen to that shit no more.
Huh?
That's how you know it ain't time.
I just
Niggas
told
ain't
you what I've been
You know
listening
me,
to.
nigga. I listen to old shit.
You is on that.
I'm not
You
on
ain't
that.
never stopped listening. All right,
supposed
this is
to-
a perfect
Niggas
example.
that stop listening to R. Kelly.
You ain't listening to that album he made about Megan Thee Stallion.
I never liked that out the gate.
Nobody listen to that shit. No
Because all
more.
he talking about is
Because he
Megan
dropped
Thee
But
Stallion.
everybody acting like that shit was like. Nigga,
No, well, that
he
intro
not
was
making.
crazy.
He not making.
He snapped in the intro.
He had that's. No, but I'm just saying, niggas not making music.
I didn't like it because I didn't like it because the whole thing was
Yeah, I
about
wanna hear
the
12 songs
situation.
about the same thing.
That's all that
When
was.
that shit came out, you was acting like it was just the tightest
It was
shit
hard.
out. what's
But I move on quick. Now he
But
dropped
that-
some new shit, so I'm listening to that.
How long you gonna listen to?
I'm still listening to it. He dropped a month ago. I don't know.
Ain't nobody listen.
Every time I get in the car, I play at least 2 songs from that motherfucker.
Tory Lanez is James Harden.
Fuck no. I'll give it to him.
Yeah, fuck James Harden.
All right,
Kyrie. Tory is Kyrie.
Ooh.
He hated right now.
He is Kyrie.
He hated right
Kyrie
now.
as a champion.
We gonna talk about that weird ass nigga today or not?
Yeah, we can talk about that shit. We can talk
I
about
don't
it.
like dude.
Y'all think James Harden first game with the Brooklyn Nets. He got traded to the Brooklyn Nets. He got what he wanted. He's happy as shit.
They played Orlando Magic, so
Orlando is a decent team in the East too.
Markelle Fultz went down like that. They decent at best. They're not good. Orlando Magic.
Is it gonna work?
No.
You act like it's just easy to score a triple double, do a triple double on
For
him.
James Harden.
That's because he's fucking nice.
They could have shit.
Nah, nobody said he wasn't nice.
If Kyrie, they
They
might
gonna click, dude. They gonna click.
Kyrie is
no,
a
it ain't gonna work.
weirdo.
If Kyrie stay there, it ain't gonna work.
He's not gonna stay.
There's too many people.
He can't stay. Kyrie gonna retire.
It's on the record.
Barry Sanders and shit.
Kyrie Irving film is hard. It's hard to put. You can't put yourself in his shoes because Kyrie Irving right now is in his mind he's standing up for something that's more important than basketball. Nobody in here has ever sacrificed anything.
What does he
to that
stand up
standard. Injustice.
He ain't said that.
He did say that.
Oh, he didn't.
Yes,
he
he
said
did.
that before.
No, he said he was in a group. He was in a group. They was on.
Clubhouse?
No, they was on he was on the Zoom with a whole bunch of like activists and shit like that. And he was in there telling what he would do, his money he would give, and he said, "I'm willing to not play basketball no more to help the cause." Like he said that in the Zoom. Like you know what I'm saying?
So
Like,
if he play next week, then he going against his word.
no, he said he's willing to. He's not saying he's ready to. Like he's making decisions. Like everything he's doing. Like it's certain. Like
So it's a higher.
it might be like to us or to others, to the rest of the world. They're like he tripping. He needs to play basketball. To him,
I never said he was tripping. I'm just listening.
But it's a lot of people
I
that
don't know what's going
I
on.
don't like the way he went about it. He wasn't reaching out to the team. He wasn't answering Steve Nash calls.
He did talk to the player. He talked to the player. He just didn't.
He
tell
talked to a
the coaches.
specific.
What
player.
type of shit is that? Who are you?
That's
Talk to your coach, nigga.
fuck that. Like
He talked to the people that he fuck with, basically.
He told
The people that he talked
he
to,
told
he
Nash.
talked to them.
He told Nash, "We don't need no coach."
You a lame
Nash White,
Yeah,
that's probably what, I don't know, he feels some way. Nash
Well,
White,
he don't
he
come.
like, you know, you ain't part of
Yeah,
it.
like, but bro, what's your problem?
I understand that shit.
Man, like I understand, I get that shit. Like,
I
bro, I don't want to talk. I don't feel like talking to Steve Nash. I'm gonna talk to people that I fuck. The people that can
That's what I said, the
people that can
talk
understand
to
what
each
I'm going through or some shit. He
I
might feel
don't
like
think his
Steve Nash.
teammates understand.
But okay, on the
But you
numbers,
can, if you tell a motherfucker how you feeling about like some black shit, you might not want to talk to Steve Nash Canadian ass about this shit. Like you might just want to
I get it. And I
like
get it.
Canadian and white, so it's like,
you might not want to talk
Like,
to
I'm
them
not-
about
I
this
get-
shit.
no.
The owner of the team, like you don't want to talk to fam. Y'all like they got that nigga on the trading block right now probably. And the team probably won it, but they probably unsure if he even want to play basketball.
I get what he's standing up for. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying the way he went about it.
So he ain't
And I'm
playing.
saying even before this shit,
no,
man, I'm telling y'all, Kyrie on some whole other shit, y'all.
Last time
I don't know, I don't think we know what Kyrie on right now. I would
Nobody
say.
knows.
But
They
like-
coming out burning.
But like on the other
Like,
end,
he had like 60.
Maya Moore did the same thing, didn't she?
yeah.
She done.
She left the whole league, and that to me that's a bigger deal because she ain't got paid shit in her career.
And nobody
Because the WNBA they don't pay them women that much, so it's like she not only does she not have the money, she don't have the platform that Kyrie has, but she's dedicated herself to a cause, and it's like I think that's dope.
But
I don't think people, like you said, I don't think people talk about that.
they don't talk about that enough. And you're
WNBA
right.
is a
But
portion.
I don't, me personally, I don't feel like Kyrie ready to take that step though. I think he want to get close to the edge, but then he want to hoop. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
I think he
but-
want to draw attention, but he want to hoop.
All right, but
I don't think he really wanna-
I don't know what do you know.
you don't. That was
I'm just saying what I think. I
And
don't
no,
know.
but like that's the thing about it. You can't. We don't know what he on, but it might be people in that circle. They might be like, you might be more important if you play. So just play, because you love to hoop. Because even if Kyrie, you could tell Kyrie when he play basketball, he love to play basketball. So even if he never play NBA again, then you gonna hoop still like somewhere. You might just hoop in the Drew League in the summertime or some shit like that. So they might be like, your platform will be bigger if you play. So he might play. Or he might not play. You know what I'm saying? But to start this shit with the whole conversation, if them three niggas play on the same team, they are gonna be cold. Like, I don't think they'd beat the Lakers because they still need some more like defensive pieces or shit like that. You can't have three players that good and that's not gonna work. Like that shit is gonna work.
But working is, if they don't win a championship, it don't work.
They wait. Miami didn't win a championship. Did Miami Heat? Did that work?
Over
They
time,
didn't win
yeah.
their first year.
They didn't win their first year. They won 2 out of 4. So it worked. So if they win 2 out of 4, it'll work. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
They're not gonna win 2 out of 4.
yeah,
Kyrie's gonna fuck it up. Dude is like one of them.
if they
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is one of them.
if they trade Kyrie, but if they traded Kyrie and got some defensive players and shit like that, Kevin Durant and James Harden win the championship. Like, they'll win eventually.
No.
They would though.
Now when he get to dribbling.
If Harden play off the ball and he learn to play like as that team, like if he take on his role, like they gonna be a fucking problem because they still got Dinwiddie, like he coming off the injury or whatever, but like that punk nice. They got the boy Joe, he shoot the three. They got pieces. Even though they got rid of LeVert. LeVert was my guy. I fuck with LeVert.
Y'all realize if the Golden State Warriors wasn't like James Harden, him leading team was the only team that even competed with that team with Kevin Durant and the Warriors. Like, he took them to Game 7. Like, the only person that competed. Your boy got his ass swept, got embarrassed twice by them niggas. Yo boy.
Embarrassed?
Yeah, the folks swept and then 4-1. Like,
Averaging 45.
got him. What? But nigga, it was embarrassing. Like, he didn't even compete. It wasn't even competing
He
with them niggas.
competed. They.
All right, but James Harden competing with them niggas took him to Game 7. Like,
And
people
what
ain't
did he do
like,
in Game 7?
he lost.
No, what did he do in Game 7?
He lost.
Choked.
No, he lost.
No, he did not play good in none of the Game 7.
But he lost. Like, all right, but he lost. He competed
I said,
though.
how come is this the same thing when LeBron get embarrassed, but
Look,
James Harden lost? You know what I'm saying? The difference in the work.
Because he never made it to a Game
He
7.
choked.
What did LeBron do?
He ain't
If you get swept, what
Well,
the fuck
fuck
is that? Not, but you make it excuse. If you get swept and you lose in Game 7, who had a better series?
LeBron.
How? You didn't win a game.
That's what I said.
I'm biased.
It don't make sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I
it
don't
don't
give a
make
fuck. The Nets
sense.
ain't gonna win shit, and I hope Kyrie play because he gonna fuck it all up. I'm telling y'all. I keep saying this shit. I'm not gonna change.
But you just say you saying it from a place where you don't like Kyrie because he didn't want to play with LeBron James. You
No,
love
it
LeBron
ain't about
James.
that.
That is what it's
It's
about.
not, bro. It's not.
That nigga got a big
Kyrie
team.
is one of them niggas. Like, if he walk in his room, he'll throw the whole fucking vibe
We ain't
on.
worried about the Clippers.
The Lakers, they still got to beat them.
We ain't worried about the
And
motherfucker.
Like, we had Kyrie on the
People
episode, he'll fuck the
understand.
whole episode up. We'll be like, that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Just fuck your whole rhythm up.
I like Kyrie, man.
How the fuck, dude?
I do like Kyrie.
They might have
like-
started with the LeBron shit, but
That's exactly what. That's
I see
exactly what it
started.
is.
That's not what.
But like Kyrie, what he be saying, like he don't be saying nothing like that.
he said the earth was fucking flat, dude.
There's a lot of people that say that shit.
He just wants some attention. That's all he wants. He burning sage and shit.
A lot of people.
I burn sage. I
He
burn
did it
sage
before.
all the time.
Bro, but you ain't never did it before a basketball game.
I did it before a
I done seen you hoop a
podcast.
lot of
I
times.
did it before a podcast.
I've seen you hoop a lot of times. Never seen you walk
That's
around
probably
the
just the
court.
only time they caught it.
He probably do that shit all the
Nah,
time.
he don't.
Probably original.
He don't do that shit.
I'd be original.
And he was in Boston. There's bad vibes in there.
He brought the bad vibes to Boston though.
That's what you believe. You just believe what the media tell you. Man.
Oh,
Sound bite.
Here we go with
You know what
that
I'm
shit.
saying? I don't be on that shit, man. They paint pictures of people.
He gave the
all
sound
the
bites
time.
himself. He was the one at the podium saying this shit about his team.
Saying what?
All the shit he said.
What
about-
he say?
I don't know exactly what he said, but you know what I'm talking
I
about.
don't know. What he say? I ain't never really heard Kyrie say nothing fucked up.
He
Like,
said something about like when Jason Tatum shot a certain shot, he was saying some shit after the game about they taking too many wild shots and all type of shit. Because when he got to be the man in Boston, he started to see how it works when you the main focus. Remember he apologized to LeBron and shit? Then right after that, you went and
Some
sleep.
more good shit.
Then he said some crazy shit.
Then he said some more crazy shit, like pick your side.
He would say he would never trust nobody else but Durant to.
That's crazy. What's crazy about that?
Pick
It's
your
just a
side.
opinion.
But
If
what?
you ain't
What's
fucking with the nigga, don't fuck with him. If you fucking with him, fuck with
That's
him.
not a diss to LeBron. He didn't trust the nigga to shoot the last shot. How does that?
Why you didn't trust me to shoot the last?
Cause I'm Kyrie. I trust myself.
Never won.
He never said he wasn't a good leader. He just
Nigga
said
was winning 20 games a year before LeBron came. Just be humble.
LeBron missed the
my nigga.
playoffs too his first 2
Be
years in
humble,
the
my
league.
nigga. Huh?
LeBron didn't make the playoffs his
So
first
we
2 years in the
gonna
league.
ask the Down.
Man, you just nigga crazy, man.
Just saying, man.
Don't get me started with Kyrie. Fuck
Everybody.
that.
I was waiting on you to make a point about the nigga.
I made a point. He's a weirdo. And you gonna see what I'm talking about. Watch.
Shout out to Kyrie, man. Do what you want to do. If you don't want to play, don't play.
When he say some crazy
You
shit
wanna
about
play.
James Harden and Kevin Durant, I can't wait. And what you gonna say then?
What are you gonna say weird?
Watch. I'm just saying. I don't know what the fuck he's gonna say. He's gonna say something. They gonna lose a game by 30, and he just gonna go to the podium. And he just gonna say some weird ass shit. But next time, fuck that dude.
We going to Ask the Dallas, man. We going live, and I asked a question on Facebook. I'm gonna go on Instagram also. Let me get the question. The question is for Ask the Dallas. Your feelings on college. Is it important or is it a scam? Before we get to people's responses, we gonna what's y'all feelings on it? Joe Jack, you go first.
I don't know, because a lot of people end up with like crazy debt after college, and I feel like degrees are important. Education is very important, but like I feel like it's way overpriced, and I feel like overall like the college, the universities, like it's I feel like overall it's a scam. Scam has been going on for years. So I would love for my kids to go to college. I definitely will encourage them to, but I want them to like my son in the sports. My daughter is she in the gifted program, so like I always push that, like, so get some type of scholarship, some type of academic, sports, some type of scholarship, so you can go to college for free. So
Yeah,
that's
all
something
the programs.
that's something that I definitely push. Like, but as far as like the experience, like, I gave up on high school and shit like that. So it's like for the college, I feel like it's a dope experience. Just on the outside looking in, and I feel like every child, every young man, young woman should experience that shit at least once. So like I feel like college is necessary. I feel like it's a nice experience, but I feel like overall it's overpriced, and I feel like it's a scam.
Feel you, I feel you. What you think?
Me myself personally, I wish not pretty much like what he was saying, but for myself, I wish I could have experienced, college. I went to a community college, so I really didn't. I wanted to go off to college and experience that life. I really didn't have a specific career that I wanted to, pursue. But I think as far as college, it like just depends on what you're trying to pursue in life. So if you, just like we had a conversation off air with, if you're trying to be a lawyer or a doctor or something like that, those type of careers, you need more schooling.
Yeah.
So, but me myself personally, like I said, I wish I could have experienced it. And as far as my kids, of course I wanted to get an education. My son, he in the sports too, so hopefully he can get some type of scholarship to help pay for the school. And if he decides to go to school, and be like, I ain't just gonna be, I ain't forcing it up on him. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, it ain't college or out the house, like, you know what I'm saying, some households used to be like, well, you gotta go to school. If you ain't going to school, you getting the hell up out of here. Like,
It's still like that somewhere.
Right, like I wanted to have a
bullshit ass job.
wanting to have a, you know, like a good plan, you know, and something that makes sense. Just not, you know, like when you're young, you gotta make your, you can make your,
we should stop recording.
How long ago?
They got rid of Levert. Levert was my guy. Fuck on Levert.
For some reason, it should stop recording.
You got any background programs going on?
Yeah, that's what it said. It said overload or some shit. Cause I went live.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's what it was. So we might have to do the audio.
Oh, no, it's all good. Yeah.
So we're just gonna keep recording
Okay.
without the audio going off. All right.
What you mean?
You
You can't record past this point?
I can start back but,
After you live, or?
Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
so the live part is gonna be audio, basically.
No, I mean he gonna have it. He just gotta take the audio from the cameras.
Oh, okay. You're gonna be able to send it to him.
Yeah. But
Where did you stop at? So where we gonna resume that?
no, we just gonna keep it going. I'm waiting for people to get in here. We got a couple people in here, a couple people on Facebook.
I'm talking about as far as my conversation. Where you want me to resume?
You don't remember where we were going. You were saying you would like
I was saying I was talking about my son Aaron. Like I said, he plays sports, and I hope he can get a athletic scholarship to help, you know, even partially pay for the schooling or pay for the schooling altogether. But as far as just pushing college, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not just forcing college on him. I would like him to go to college and, you know, get the experience. If he can go on an athletic scholarship or something like that and get it paid for, that's all good. But as far as me saying you gotta go to college or else, you know, it won't be that type of situation.
what's the alternative though? Like if he don't go to college, what do you gotta do?
So he gotta have a plan. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not going to school, you gotta something. You know what I'm saying? So like whatever plan he put together. So I ain't with help with me though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna let him do no bunch of bullshit. I ain't gonna let him do something that he might want to do for the moment. You know what I'm saying? It got to be a well put together plan. You know what I'm saying? And we go from there. It's gonna be good.
See, I feel like with college, I feel like it's a good place to. That's a lot of money. You spending money, so
Right.
that's the hard part. But I feel like that's a good place to figure out your plan though.
Right.
It's like your first 2 years, like general studies and shit. So you're around other people and it help you figure out.
You're around people that they trying to figure it out.
But it's a lot. You're around a lot of people that got it figured out. Like I'm here to do this
Right.
and do that. So you sitting around, you might be at the house and shit, and just trying to figure it out. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like college is like a great place to do that. But I feel like college is a scam because the shit they teaching you is a scam because like if I'm going to school. Like my major was communications, like doing what we doing right now. That was my major. I did all this biology and algebra shit in high school. Like why I gotta do this shit again?
I had a homie drop out of. I had a homie who had not athletic. He had an academic scholarship to SIU, and he straight up just dropped out because he said they wasn't teaching him nothing that he didn't already know. So he just stopped going to school. He said like his first, I think he went there for 2 years. He said they didn't teach him nothing that he didn't already know from high school. So like that's going towards what you were saying, you know, they teaching the same shit over and
charge you.
In charge, I'm talking about busting you over the head.
Fucking you over to the point where you'll be 50 or 60 years old before you finally pay off your college debt, and that ain't right at all. I ask my kids, like, I talk to them, I try to have regular conversations with my kids, like, and I ask my kids what do they want to be when they grow up. My daughter said a doctor or a nurse. My son is a YouTuber. And those are two totally different things. You know what I'm saying? But my daughter's mom is in like the nursing field or whatever, so like I kind of got where that come from. And I do make a couple YouTube videos, so like I kind of understand where my son comes from.
Yes, they both seeing.
But I told, but I didn't say anything negative to either one of them. Like I encouraged them both. I said, I said with my daughter, that's a great field to be in because like it's just, it's always in high demand. And I told my son, you don't post enough shit, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you already to a bad start. I bought you a GoPro for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And like, you really don't you don't post that much. You know what I'm saying? So like, if this is the direction that you're trying to go in, son, you need to step your fucking game, bro.
Right.
So like, I didn't, because we living in a different generation, so I didn't discourage him.
Right.
Even though his plan and her plan is totally different. His plan is a little less costly, you know what I'm saying, but a little more far-fetched. Her plan is a little more expensive, but a little more solid. But those two different plans, I didn't discourage either one of them. So I had feedback for whatever they both wanted to do.
Right. So, how you feel? You being somebody that's been in college.
So like, I think I'm the only one, like KD went to community college. Y'all both went to college or whatever, or some sports type shit or whatever. I think we all got different perspectives.
Yeah.
So like it's important to, speak on your perspective, like while you was there or before you got there.
So like my perspective on it, like I went to college, like you just said, based on sports. Like I don't really know if I would have went to college if it wasn't for sports. Cause honestly, even when I got there, like when it came to picking out majors and shit, I just kind of really picked business just because I thought maybe at some point I wanted to do my own thing or something like that. So I really went on just the strength of sports. But I say as far as overall how college is structured, it's definitely a scam. Unless, like you said, we talked off air, like for your daughter, she want to go into nursing or something like that. It's necessary for that type of shit. Like, ain't nowhere she can go and learn that type of shit.
And it's programs.
Right, and it's programs
They get straight to it.
Yeah, like she gonna be doing like clinicals and shit like that.
You still gotta go through a whole bunch of bullshit before you get to that.
You do, but I'm saying that eventually, like I went to school for business. Like in my everyday, what I do in my daily life, like I can't really name one thing that I learned in college that I do. You know what I'm saying? I think the main thing that college helped for me and what it'll help a lot of people, unless, like I said, if you're going for something that's structured around programs like that, is how to just meet new people outside of what you use.
Network and
communication. And then just kind of like being on your own. Like it might be different if somebody go to a community college local or something like that, but I kind of went a little further than, being able to be at home every day. So, and I wasn't too far, but when you learn just how to, you just got to learn skills, survival. You know what I'm saying? Even if you got parents that look out for you and shit, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Like I was blessed to have that. But like even then, like you still living on your own. You still gotta learn how to go to the grocery store.
You gotta go to class. Like nobody waking you up.
Nobody waking you up. Do shit. Like you just learn your skills.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think as far as networking, meeting new people, relationships, like I met guys that like, so I'll be friends with forever. You know what I'm saying? And just other avenues that allow me to have that I have now that I wouldn't have if it wasn't for college. But I think as far as the money part, like it puts people, man, in holes. Like I know people, man, that went and got a 4-year education and they got, let's say, 120,000 student loans, and they making $40K a year. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They might not never pay that shit.
But even Jay Sims, like he always talk about, the whole networking and communication and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You go to college, you meet, because college and universities is about some people, your grades and stuff like that, and what you get accepted to or whatever. So it's like you going to school with upper class, lower class, you going to school with black people, white people, foreign exchange students, all types of shit though. So it's like the whole environment is just meeting new people. Yeah. Just figuring out like different cultures and different ways of life and just incorporating that shit into your life. I think that alone, like, that might be priceless.
Yeah.
To be honest, that might be priceless.
My college experience is, I went to school on scholarships and shit, but so I went to a junior college for 2 years, and I went to a university for I went to university, 2 different universities, my last 2 years. I dropped out of school because like my last year, well basically my last year of college, it was my senior year. I wasn't playing ball no more. And I was gonna play ball, like I was redshirting. So I was going to school, basically I'm paying for school. Not really paying that much, so like I only got a little college debt. But being in college like a regular student, at that time in my life, the motivation for that shit wasn't there. So it's like, some shit went with basketball, and I was just like, fuck. And then I'm just sitting around, I'm seeing my friends and shit, everybody getting money, getting real jobs and shit like that. And that shit deterred me like, fam, fuck this school shit. Like, I literally only got 12 hours to get my bachelor's degree. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's 4 classes. Like, I got my degree. And I'm gonna go get back and get my degree just for, like, my kids, though. Like, just simply, like, just to show, like.
And you so close, man.
Yeah, it's, like, too close to not do the shit. But I learned so much in college from just different people, meeting different people, just even being away from home and like being by yourself. Cause like I went to college, it was only an hour and a half away from my hometown, but at the same time, you still away, you independent.
That's what I'm saying. Like, once you out that city,
it's different. You know, it's just like I feel like a lot of kids need to experience that. Like me, I had a child young, so I never went away far, but I used to go visit, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to P. I used to go, he went TSU, Nashville. We used to play basketball. He might play a black college or something like that, Central State or some shit. It's these HBCUs, man, like, they kicking it. And like, it don't be that expensive. Like, if you black and you don't got a lot of money, the financial aid you can get, you won't be in debt like that if you do it right. You know, so it's so many opportunities. I see kids around like the town and shit, even when I was like out of college and shit, I was having conversations like, fam, you're not doing shit, go to school. Like, go to TSU, go to Lincoln. Like, you know, go to one of these HBCUs and just go to school and figure it out. Don't sit around here and figure it out. You're going to get in trouble. Like,
and I feel like that's a big deal. Like, they always say, like, you know, I don't try to get, like, say, an idol, mine is a devil's playground. And it's like, when you be put in certain positions and stuff like that, like, especially being a black man in America, like, you will get into some shit on accident. Yeah. Like, that's just how in the wrong place at the wrong time. So it's like, I always tell people, like, you know, I be at work, I be like, damn, like, some shit went down, like, I was at work or whatever, like, and then on another end of it, like, you always at work and shit like that, like, yeah, that shit probably kept me away from a lot of shit, though. Like, for real, like, don't get me wrong, I don't want to work for a company or a corporation for the rest of my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I know what I'm doing right now is necessary to the greater cause. Like, it's supporting me and my family, and it's putting us in the position to be independent with this podcast, with everything that we're doing. So whenever we do finally sit down at the table, it's like, yeah, we got demands, fam. Like, we ain't finna just go for anything because we straight.
yeah. And but that's something too, like, what I do for a living, like, I make good money at my job and shit like that. I wouldn't want my kids to work where I work, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of people like that.
So it's like, I want, even if they work, like, not saying, you don't have to be an entrepreneur or some shit like that, but I would love for my kids to work for Google or work for, you know what I'm saying, like these big tech companies or something like that.
A progressive company.
Yeah, like, I would, just to see the world, like, I would like my kids to, like, yeah, move away, like, move to California and go to, and work for somebody or just see different things. I don't want them growing up living and working in a factory. Because, like, to be honest, what we do, like, maybe not exactly our jobs per se, but these people that work for Ford or something like that, these jobs ain't gonna be there no more. Once they figure out them computers that can do this shit that we doing, and that shit is over with. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
our job right now, you know, when we got the people who bought us out over in Germany, they other
automation.
They other factories, you know what I'm saying? It's all computer.
Once they figure out how to get you out of there, it's over with. So it's like,
I always tell people that they're like, first of all, I'm just shit at my job, but going to another company, like, I won't be shit.
Right.
Because, like, I don't have a degree. I don't have my specific position
trade.
is I don't have a trade.
Trade, yeah.
So like I'm only necessary at this one fucking company, and that's not acceptable to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to do something about that.
And you mad replaceable though, still at that company.
Crazy,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know, they fuck with me.
they fuck with you, but
if I
until
trip
they
and
don't.
fall or
Until they
shit
don't,
like that,
though.
I'm like, man, hey, Jack. Yeah,
but
and it's like,
but they fucking with you until they don't. Like until you can say the wrong things or it's them against you, you fucking out of here. Like so, that I just be looking. I look at my nephews, my niece and nephews and shit like that. I just be wanting them. So that's kind of why I push college on them, because I be like,
For the experience.
man, it's something you'll learn something new, because it's a whole bunch of shit that it's some shit that I probably don't know about. Certain jobs you can get in college and shit. And I know you probably might feel like that too. Like you might have been so focused on football that held you back from reaching out to people. Cause
Oh, it did, because I was, like I said, I went there strictly for sports, and even, like, the shit that I'm doing now, I got lucky. Like, I got that off of, I had a class with a girl, she was doing an internship at the company. I ended up going in there on a humbug, because she asked me to come in and help her with, you know what I'm saying, to do something she was doing as far as her numbers go.
Right.
And that's how I ended up getting that whole situation. Like, I got lucky off that shit, because like you just said, like, I was just focused on football. I knew I was going to get a degree just because I'm going to be there 4 years. I ain't dumb. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do that. But I ain't know what, to be honest, I ain't know what the fuck I was going to do.
and this is a perfect example. One of my best friends when I was in college. Like we talked about everything but school pretty much, because I didn't even know what bro was doing. Like one of my friends right now, shout out to my nigga Gazi. Gazi is the head of basketball operations for the Chicago Bulls as we speak right now. You know what I'm saying? When we was in college, I knew he was like business administration was his major or some shit.
That was
like that.
fine.
But like we never even really chopped it up about that type of shit.
Yeah, talking about everything.
Everything else. So but imagine, like, nigga, I love basketball. Like, imagine
You
if we
could have been
were,
in that same position.
yeah, like, we in the same school. We was like, it ain't nothing that I could have, fuck, I'm gonna change my major to that or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We just never had that conversation. So imagine if we would have, like, my whole shit, my perspective would have changed on how to do some shit. Because that type of shit, you don't even know that shit's possible. Like, if I could work for the NBA, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't even know until you see somebody do it or somebody tell you about it. You don't even know that type of stuff is possible. Yeah, but we got a couple people that a couple of our listeners, they want to say, a lot of people just commented straight out, it's important. And some people say it's scam. But people, I'm gonna read a couple, not gonna read all of them, but just a couple of them, couple responses. Somebody that felt like it was a scam. Shout out to Christian Gully, author, read the books. Shout out to Christian. It's a scam. I feel like we would be tricked into believing that more important than what it really is. If a specific field requires a degree, basically saying the same thing we were saying, doctor, lawyer, and that's cool, but being a suffering student through loans and not getting jobs to pay back the loans, like, the best thing people do get trades. They make it more than us. That's the thing. The college ain't always been like Katie was saying, it's about having a plan. So your son or your child might not want to go to college, but put him on, be like, be an electrician, be a plumber. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That should be like
it'll never be out of work. You know what I'm
that should
saying?
be like most time that'd be like 2 years or sometimes less, like the whole course, and it'd be a lot cheaper. So like, but then like you said, you got a trade, so you can work for a company or you can work independently.
You can always
We
work.
always got a little side
Always
hustle,
can work though.
you know. A trade is important. Even barbering, I feel like barbering is super underrated, especially in the black community and stuff like that. Because, like, first of all, like, it's high demand. It's like, as far as like the prices is going up, like, and then it's like when you work for yourself, like, you ain't worried about like being a felon or having this, that, and the other, like, you know, or you make your own hours and stuff like that. Like, I feel like that's something that niggas really sleep on. Like being like barbering and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna want to say the experience is very important. Higher education, learning to be on your own, balancing responsibility, developing friendship, creating networks. Shout out to Chelsea Anderson. That was her feedback, but like we said, we spoke about that too. And that's kind of what I feel about college. I feel like you definitely should go. Like,
I feel like that's the big. What she just said is the biggest.
The experience.
Yeah.
I sure wish I would have. I wanted to be a dog. I would have pledged a regular South Side. I'd have been a dog. I would have had the coffee.
I see it's crazy because that shit fits you though. So it's like
I made a post. I made a post on Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking around. I'm like, all the females that we went to high school with, and a bunch of the niggas that we went to high school with, they all said the same thing. Like, man, I can see you being a dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love to do that shit too.
I just think in life you gotta get something. You gotta get something that can't nobody take from you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it be a degree, a trade, something like that. Because honestly, like that's just how the world's set up. You know what I'm saying? Until you find a different avenue that maybe ain't like for the podcast, you ain't gotta have a degree to do a podcast. You know what I'm saying? But up until then, like I feel like you gotta get something, especially if you don't really know what you want to do. Like just go to college until you figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And then make the mistakes while you know what I'm saying? And then learn at least how to be on your own while you're there. Like, don't just sit around and do nothing. Like, and I think a lot of people be looking at the stigma of college. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I know a lot of niggas, you know, in my generation that low key wanted to go to college, but they was worried about what niggas was gonna say. Like, oh, you a college boy, you this, you that. Like,
I tell you the story like this honest to God truth. Like I was in elementary school and I was in the gifted program, and I asked my mom to be removed from the gifted program because it was all white people and wasn't none of my friends in that shit. That's honest to God truth.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, we was at that age where like they didn't talk about me.
yeah.
But like I definitely was like a vibe like to where it's like I did not belong.
Yeah.
But like looking back on that, you know how dumb that shit was?
How dumb that sound.
It sounded how dumb it was.
Yeah.
You say, but you say that my daughter's 6 years old. And she go to private school, and she don't want to go to private school no more because ain't no black people. You know what I'm saying? Like so that ain't dumb. It's just it's just
an opportunity. I didn't understand. I can't say it was dumb. I didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like how that would look on a transcript or a resume or just anything like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but as a kid, you know, you really don't know. Experiences is everything, man.
Yeah.
Like experience is everything. Like I've had some fucked up experiences. I've had some nice experiences, but all of that shit made me who I am. I don't think I would trade any of that shit though. So it's like, you know, anytime you have the opportunity, like pursue that shit. And it don't always have to work out because that wasn't necessarily the plan. But just definitely pursue that shit though. Then you be back at home. It's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what at least try that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You back at home, like it is what it is though.
Just try that shit though. Like just don't be like. And the reason I say that is because like now, I just graduated a year and a half ago. Like I ain't that far removed from college, but I talk to niggas all the time. Like, damn, bro, wish I would've went. Like, and honestly, like if you 20, you still got time.
That's what I said. I was about to say.
I ain't finna say it's over.
If you 20, if you under 25, like take your ass to college. I done been in college with plenty because a lot of people go to the military and then they go to college.
I had niggas on my team that was 28.
And then another thing about it is, it's like, you know, I've never been to the military. I got an uncle that's a military guy. It's like military, like pay for college and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
They
So
put
like,
you in a crib.
all of that shit, and then it's like, you know, some people be scared of that discipline or that change or something like that, but some people be needing that shit though.
I ain't telling nobody to go to the military.
I mean, but
that might not be the lane, but I know a lot of people that left college and went to the military or vice versa. But
I'm not telling nobody to do it. I'm just saying you can weigh your options.
Yeah.
Some things are for somebody, some things ain't.
Some people need that type of
A lot of people need that type of.
I got a lot of my uncles that I talk to now, like all three of my uncles was ex-military, you know, but I got an uncle, he's my uncle through marriage, but they both say the same thing. They both say you would have did good in the military, and I don't know where it's coming from or none of that, because myself, I think I got a problem with authority. I got a problem with authority, so I don't think I would have done well in the military. Somebody telling me what to do, but they both they retired from the military, and they both say you would have done well in the military.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand. They in good shape. They both in good shape. You know what I'm saying? They both say you would have.
That's the thing about it. Like I wouldn't press nobody to go to college. I wouldn't press nobody to go to the military. But like sit down and talk to other people that have been in the military. Sit down and talk to other people that have been to college and like figure out what's for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but don't sit the fuck around because that's how you get in trouble.
Yeah. That's a big, and that's one thing. Like another thing, just saying, like even me going off to college, like it's a lot of shit that happened while I was in college, and I'd be like,
And you would have been there.
No, you would have been there.
It's like
I would have been back.
It was a bunch of shit that would have happened while I was at. Shit, I was on midnight, nigga. Two different occasions, my homeboys' cars got shot up. You know what I mean? And I would have been there at the strip club or at the club. You know what I'm saying? Like, but homies got shot. Got shot. I would have been right there getting shot with them, or you know what I'm saying, almost getting shot. Like being away, being at work, or being at school stopped me from being in so much shit.
that should just give you a different mind frame. Cause like I remember, like I mentioned earlier, like my school wasn't even that far. I was an hour away, so I could get here anytime I needed to. But once I got there,
We're trying
like
to come back.
niggas used to say, "Damn, bro, your school right there, bro. You don't never." What for? I'm seeing a whole different type. I've met people I never met before. I'm kicking it with people I never met before. Like I'm in a whole different mind frame, even though I'm not that far. So like I would never even really come back to this bitch other than holidays and shit like that, or the summer to work, and you know what I'm saying, do what I had to do. But other than that, I would never even coming back. And college just gave me that mindset to whereas if I was always here, I would have just been here in my mind forever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Well,
That shit just changed a lot of shit.
I feel like this is a very
One of the more positive episodes.
I like that conversation, like because it just gives different perspectives and give shit people to give something for you to think about though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good option though, but it ain't the only one though. Like I think, especially in the black community, people should look towards trades as well. I think that's something that's slept on, and like they don't teach that shit. Like I don't know why. I think it's more based on going to college and you know increasing that debt and shit. But I think, man, I know some people that are my age and they didn't take the college route, but they took the trade route and they got jobs traveling. Like shout out to Jordan Golly, like traveling jobs where he get to travel every week. You know what I'm saying? And then get off 2 weeks or whatever the case may be. Like he get to see the world while he working. You know what I'm saying? So and that's just all over trade. Like you said, like he did like a 1.5-year program. You know what I'm saying?
No, like just to be honest, like you know what I'm saying? Like my hours vary and shit like that. Like I make more than a lot of people that went to college.
Right. Yeah.
Like, and I didn't even graduate high school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Which I'm not saying that that's what's up.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you know, you just have to weigh your options and look at it and know what's for you. But at the same time, what I do right now is not something that I want to do for the rest of my life, and that's why we do what we're doing now. Mm-hmm. So like, we live in a generation where we have a lot of opportunities. Social media is huge. Being an entrepreneur, that's like it's very high.
Yeah.
Opportunity is there. So like, whatever you believe in, push. Like push.
so we're gonna get up out of here, man. This has been episode 83 of the Reason Doubt Podcast. We're gonna get up out of here, man. Thank you for listening. Come back next week to holler at us. Give us more of your feedback. Make sure you subscribe, rate, comment. When you get those ratings and you comment, that's helping us out. So on that Apple Podcast app, give us a 5-star rating and comment, man. Tell us what you think about us, man. This has been the Reason Doubt Podcast. Always remember, just because they couldn't do it doesn't mean you can't. Reason Doubt Podcast. Thank you for listening. 1.